I don't care if you've been dodging murder hornets all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Blues Buddy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dang shit on my left. Blue.
Today's podcast is brought to you by alcohol.
There you go. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, choke people out on threes, of course, Chronos.
Y'all worried about the murder hornets, but y'all should be worried about the murder Cronus. I'm just saying. I'll come and get you.
In the middle, we got Stitch.
I think the murder hornets have been around since like 1993 because I'm pretty sure they killed Macaulay Culkin in My Girl.
Oh, damn.
Last but not least, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
These Spice Girl dreams hit differently in quarantine.
God damn. We're on some weirdness. All right, gentlemen, let's go.
All right, just gonna hop in. What do we got? We gotta do the update like we normally do? The coronavirus update?
You usually do listener of the week.
Oh, that's right. Listener of the week. That would be... Hold on now. I had it up. Now I put it back down. It would be You're My Brother. That's the person's name. So,
okay.
Thank you for listening. And the first in the chat would be us. So nobody's in the chat right now.
All right.
We're a little bit late. Did y'all tweet out?
Yeah, I did.
All right, good.
All right. Old Ninja, you usually pouring out a whole lot of malt beverages, but you have some that you zero in on. Do you have any for this week?
Yeah, so we're pouring out something different. It's because this is Blue's drink. It's root beer and whiskey, which I was sipping on a little bit, but we're pouring some of this out. Starting with Sam Lloyd. Sam Lloyd is most known for being on the TV show Scrubs. He was also in Galaxy Quest and Flubber. He died at the age of 56.
Yeah, dude.
He actually has he was a fairly extensive background character, but a lot of people loved who he was. He had lung cancer, so he didn't die of the Rona. He has a pretty because he's in big parts such as in Desperate Housewives, Modern Family, Dr. Ken, stuff like that. So he was a comedian in comic bit shows. So R.I.P. to him. And then we have Mateo de Cosmo. So he was a production. He was an executive and I think writer at some point on the Netflix Daredevil MCU stuff. So he's doing. He did some Defenders, Netflix's Daredevil. He was a art director, sometimes writer. He also worked on 21 Bridges, Precious, Choke, based off the famous book. Downtown, Street Tale. He has a huge resume. He worked with Wu-Tang. He's done a lot, but he died of the coronavirus. Damn. He was only 52.
Yeah, he was the
he was an Italian man.
He was the art director for Luke Cage.
Yes, that one too.
Yeah.
Also, what's it called? Don Shula, famous NFL Hall of Fame coach, passed away. I might as well throw a little sports thing in there since there's no MJ and Kobe going on, obviously.
No, there isn't.
All-time winningest NFL coach. And he was the last coach to lead an NFL team to a perfect season from regular season and through the playoffs. 1972 Miami Dolphins.
Yep. All right. Who want to kick off this Rona?
Wait, hold on. But Shula didn't get a ring, though, did he? He didn't get a Super Bowl win, right?
Yeah, he did.
Did he?
Yeah.
It was outside of the what's that guy's name? Marino era.
Marino didn't win it.
Marino never won a ring. Marino came in at 83. Marino's rookie year was when they faced off against the Niners and lost, but the perfect season was in 72.
Yep.
Gotcha.
That's it. So R.I.P. Actually, was Shula in Ace Ventura?
He might.
Marino was.
Marino was. Okay, not Shula.
Wait a minute, no. Now I'm confused because Marino was in Bad Boys 2 because they what's it called? They take his car from him and shit like that. They commandeer the car or whatever, his Ferrari, and they go on like some fucking chase or whatever. Shula might be in that movie now that I think about it.
But I gotta fact check that.
Yeah.
I'll fact check it. Someone start off this Rona record.
Yes, I think he is. Yeah, he is in it. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Hey, Rasan, is that?
Who?
Oomstead?
Sorry. Hey, is that one of those
Drinking.
alcohol pops?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Is that one of
Delicious.
those alcohol pops?
Yes, and it's delicious. It's the one from Costco.
Oh shit! I heard they're hella good.
Yeah, it's 8% alcohol. So basically, if you are not
8%?
watching, 8%, yeah. If you're not watching the podcast,
Damn, that's legit.
I had like what's basically like a big ass otter pop, but it's alcoholic. So yeah,
Of course, that to be watermelon, man.
yeah. But I got it because it was like I was like 8%, good to go, and it's actually pretty inexpensive. So
Yeah, I've gone to Costco a few times to try to buy some because someone said that they're really good, but
Oh, yeah.
every time I went to Costco, they were out.
oh yeah, they're really good. I got lucky when I ordered through Instacart, and I was like, well, fuck it, they got them, get them. So they had them.
Wait, you can work for Costco?
Yeah, so you know what's crazy? So, yeah, if you go to Costco.com and you hit like the grocery section, it'll actually, if you press the right button, it actually sends you to like a special Instacart Costco only page. And so,
Okay.
and now they're like, Instacart is like really up in their game with their partnership with Costco. The other day, I think it was like last week, we ordered from Instacart and we ordered it, and like literally within 5 minutes, the guy was shopping for our food. We were like, what the fuck?
Nice.
And then like he got here and I asked him, I was like, were you already at the store like waiting? He's like, yeah, I was just like, we wait at the store now. Oh, that's fucking dope. And what's cool about Instacart at Costco especially is that they don't shop with the rest of the other shoppers. They get almost all the inventory from the back. So it's like way easier for them. And then like, it's good because you have less people touching those products. So, I mean, no matter what, I'm gonna disinfect everything as it comes in. But even if you don't, it's still less people touching, you know, your food, your potential food or the products.
Yeah.
So.
Now, I have a question about the Instacart, because I've been doing the whole Instacart thing through Costco as well.
Yeah.
And it's been absolutely fucking great. But, like, normally with Costco, you need, like, a membership and everything. I do have a membership, but, like, they didn't even, like, verify or anything, at least not to my knowledge.
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to talk to the driver, but I was like, okay, I mean, it's a weird loophole, I guess, maybe. But I mean, I'm already a member, so I don't really care. But
I think it goes through mine because I have a. What you're saying is valid. So I have a business account or the executive account, whatever you like to call it. So I get cash back every year. So I think I put it in because so when you log into Costco.com and then you go do the like I don't do the Instacart thing through Instacart. I do it through Costco.com.
Okay.
You have to put in your member ID. So hopefully I'll have to check my account, but hopefully it adds all that shit in because I'll be missing a lot of money. This is how it pays for itself. So normally, like when you have a normal Costco card, you just pay like what $55 a year, and that's it. But if you pay like I think it's like $110 or $120 or whatever for the executive one, and you shop at Costco a lot, you actually end up paying less a year than the normal account. Like there's some years where it pays for the whole thing. So it's basically it's free. It just depends on how much you spend at Costco. I think it's like 5% you get cash back, and when your membership has to renew, they give you a check for Costco, and usually mine is over $120, so it works out pretty well.
okay. When I did my shopping, I did it through the other way, where I just logged onto the Instacart app, and then it gave like a selection of stores I wanted to go to, whether it be like Safeway, Lucky's, Rayleigh's, Trader Joe's, and Costco. And I was like, oh, well, Costco's on here. I was like, let me go see if I can get like water, paper towels or whatever, and they were like, yeah, cases of water. I was like, okay, bye. I mean, I didn't go crazy.
Yeah.
I just got like 2-3 cases of water just so I don't have to deal with people at the stores. But I guess it works on both ways. I'll have to do it next time. I'll log in through Costco and compare the price to see if there's a difference.
Yeah, I think I have to press like that because it's weird when you go through there because I actually stumbled upon it on accident. Because normally when you go through Costco.com, you can get like foods there, but if you don't click on the actual like grocery one, then you're not going to go through like the Instacart thing. But once you click on the grocery thing, like you'll see there's like an Instacart icon that'll be at the top, so you know you're shopping at Instacart. So,
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the way I did it. But actually, K-Mac I think just did a run, but I don't know if she did it through that way. I think she went through like the Instacart app. I mean, either way, you're gonna get your shit, but you're just not gonna get if you have an executive account, you're not gonna get your points back potentially if you're using just the Instacart account. So yeah.
Okay.
I'm getting a little bit of feedback, but it might just be me.
From who, me?
No, it's usually when Kronos is talking.
Is it really? You
Yeah.
guys hear it?
Yeah, he's fine with me.
All right. Well, it's just,
Okay.
all right.
But it might be me.
No, it's all good.
And we'll start off this Rona report that we've been doing for months now.
Yeah, no shit. I feel like an actual reporter. Does anyone else want to say it? Or
Like
okay.
day 50 or something? I don't even know.
It's a lot. I've been at home for like 7 weeks, I think now.
You should have like a breaking news thing go across the screen.
Yeah, no
The
shit.
old ticker.
Who wants to do it? Anybody have it up?
I don't even know. I haven't paid attention for the last 3 days. I know we're at like what
Nearly
70,000?
75,000.
Yeah.
Nearly 75,000.
It'll be
last I checked.
75,000 by tonight.
Already?
Yeah.
And that's in the U.S. alone.
Yeah, U.S. alone.
That's just the U.S.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
it's
the-
a lot.
The update I can give is that I guess now people are getting restless, to put it lightly, in different places, and they're just like, I mean, we had the incidents going on in Michigan where they're storming a Capitol building. Even in California, there was some crowds in Sacramento that were just like open now. People trying to go to the beach and so-called protest that their rights are being infringed on, and that this is a violation of the Constitution or all this other BS stuff. So it seems that the guidelines that that Trump's administration put in about like, oh, we need to see like 14 days of consecutive declining in reports and deaths and stuff. Governors in certain states are just like, fuck it, we're opening now, who cares? And we're just gonna make the sacrifice about people's lives versus money.
Well, and
Correct.
the crazy thing is for me is that when I see all these protesters, they're not necessarily protesting to go back to work. I mean, some of them are. Don't get me wrong, that's legit. But most of them are protesting to like get haircuts and like services done. So you want to like you want to put other people's lives at risk to service you, and that's pretty fucked up. Like I said before, I think if the government would have stepped in and been an actual leader in this whole thing and given people money that are out of work, and they should have just literally just given everybody money with no means testing. Just give everybody like for the next couple months while this is going on, just give everybody the fucking money. That way it's easy. Nobody's slipping in fucking bullshit things of giving the corporations all this fucking money or doing some stupid ass income tax fucking whatever. It's just like fuck all that shit. Just give them money. It's our money anyway. That's why I keep trying to tell people this is our fucking money. And when you have the government trying to, the federal government especially, trying to take our money and give it to corporations that don't pay any fucking income, any fucking federal taxes, that's wrong. They didn't pay into the system. At the same time, these same people will be like, oh, you know, we can't give this money to, you know, illegal immigrant or, you know, undocumented immigrants because they don't pay into the same system. But it's like, listen, corporations are doing the same thing and we're giving them billions of dollars. Billions with a B. We don't give fucking undocumented immigrants fucking billions of dollars. We don't. So let's have, if they want to pay into the system, then yeah. But at the same time, it's like, just give it to the people. The people fucking need it. Having them give these, like, the payment protection program and giving it to the banks to distribute it however they fucking want. Fuck that shit. Fuck the banks. Just give it to the fucking people. The people need it. Nobody else does. Because if a corporation's going down, the people need the help. It's not the corporation. The corporation needs the help. It's the people that need the help. It's the fucking stupidest shit I've seen ever in the history of America. One of the dumbest things is like them trying to like do this weird like stitching together of all these fucking how to distribute money when they can just give it to everybody and it's way easier.
Yeah. A lot of corporations are just thinking about their own pockets because, like, a lot of them are letting their employees go, either, you know, laying them off or furloughing them, and, like, you know, there's no, only thing they can do is collect unemployment, which isn't that much, but at least they raised the unemployment a bit for the time period.
That's why just give them money. Just give them money.
Yeah.
The people.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
unemployment is one thing. It certainly doesn't give you your full paycheck or anything. But the biggest thing is you got over 30 million Americans that are out of work, and then you've seen the ridiculous numbers of the death toll, which is only going to increase, even by the conservative estimates of the Trump administration. We are looking at well over 250,000 that are going to die in 2020.
More than likely, yeah.
And that's just this ugly, yeah, that's just this ugly truth that nobody wants to mention. Everybody wants to look at it with rose-colored glasses. You're already nearly at 75,000. The rest of May and June are certainly going to be worse, especially as plenty of states open up. But you're looking at literally mid six-figure death toll, not during a war or anything else. You're talking about people's grandmothers, people's fathers, people, ordinary citizens dying by the hundreds of thousands in this country. And according to World Health Organizations and a whole bunch of European officials, America looks like they fucked up this response. It looked at this time worse than anybody else in the other country.
For sure. I mean, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Like, when you look at all these other countries that had major outbreaks, especially in Asia, they shut the country down, and then what they do? They had motherfuckers in hazmat suits going out to all public areas and literally disinfecting everything. You don't see that at all in America. At all.
Nope.
Nobody's going out disinfecting shit. So we're going to go out there, and things are it's still going to be a hazardous condition. And all these, essential workers, you're not giving them the proper protective equipment at all, and people are now dying from this shit, trying to help everybody else out. But it's like, we're doing a huge disservice. Meanwhile, we have the head guy that's talking about how he's doing such a great job. But it's like people, like almost 75,000 people dying in the span of like almost 2 months, like a little over 2 months. It's like, that's incredibly bad. Like, if I was the president, I'd be like, we done fucked up. How can we do better? I wouldn't be like, hey, we're doing a great job when, that major, that huge portion of your own citizens have died because of your own ineptitude.
Ventilators.
Yeah, he keeps talking about ventilators. It's like, yeah, dude, did a good job. Great with the ventilators, but you still have more to do, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, you need to get testing done.
You know what I think doing a lot of disinfecting is the employees at fucking Safeway when they be disinfecting the carts and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like they do a job than I've seen anybody else do.
Yeah, but they're not. But then out there in the streets, like literally, like taking that fucking fog thing and like spraying everything down. It's like, why aren't we doing that? And people that are out there that are like, I don't see how this is the problem. We're doing great. It's like, we're not doing great.
And I know it's nobody on this cast, but I tell you what, the thing that pisses me off probably the most are the naysayers about the death toll. Some people are very adamant about not believing the John Hopkins and CDC numbers, and then they're also downplaying it. Oh, it's only people who are on their last legs. It's no big deal. I don't see how possibly you can think that nearly 75,000 Americans in the matter of a few weeks is no fucking big deal. I mentioned it last week. This is more than the number of American soldiers that died in Vietnam, and that took several years. This is the biggest event in our lifetime. I mean, in terms of on a national stage and a national disaster, this is much bigger than Katrina. This is much bigger than 9/11 in terms of death toll. This is big.
Yeah.
People are still compartmentalizing the death aspect of it. And like I said, when this whole thing first popped off or whatever, if this thing was just killing like newborn babies like instantly and shit, how it's affecting our older population. Danny, you got like hearts or shit going on? I mean, I'm sorry, Blue, you got. But if this was affecting like a younger population group as drastically as it was, and as drastically as it is the older population, people will be having much more of a responsible feeling towards the death toll. But I'm watching like governors like Chris Christie from he was the old governor for New Jersey. He's just like, oh, it's just something we're just gonna have to live with or whatever. I'm just like, when did that become acceptable? That we're just
especially
like,
in America,
we need to open up these tattoo shops and our tanning salons and all these other places, but nursing homes getting like devastated. It's just part of it's just we're just gonna have to be cool with that. Like
There is anybody died.
Nurses and doctors are suffering. They still don't have adequate protection in a lot of places, and there's all these hot spots. It's all over the country. It's again, this is a disaster movie, and we're all just kind of sitting through it, trying to hunker down. But this ain't normal. It's like that dog in the meme saying, "This is fine" when everything's on fire.
Yeah.
America is living up.
What I'm seeing more and more is like probably you're saying is naysayers, the people that are saying this is some kind of conspiracy. There's not that many people have it. It's only because they don't know anyone that has it. Basically, if I don't know anyone that has it, this must not be real.
That's just yeah.
And then like there's people who think that I guess the government's conspiring against them or something weird. I mean, the more people that are protesting, if you listen to them on like the news and whatnot, they have these crazy, wild ideas about what's going on, and it's just like, well, dude, do you not pay attention? Do you not have people that have died close to you? Apparently not in most cases, but then the problem is if people reopen too soon, we're going to get a resurgence. We're going to get a second wave that could be even more deadly than the
We're already seeing it.
One second. Let me just say this, because I keep hearing about this second wave. Motherfuckers, the first wave isn't fucking over. You're having thousands of people die every goddamn day right now, and you're going to see an increase in thousands of people dying every day. This whole notion of we've made it through the first wave is ridiculous. No credible doctor or epidemiologist is saying that bullshit.
Well, the thing is that
it's the media saying that.
Hold on, I'll pull up the actual like graph here so people can understand. Like, you see how it keeps going like down and then back up and then back down and then back up. This is when fucking people keep going out. You know what I mean? So like a couple days ago, what is it, like May 3rd and May, like on May 3rd is down to like, 1,800 people died that day, right? Or actually May 3rd, yeah. 1,100 people died. And then a couple days later, May 5th, over 2,300 people died. And then the next day, 2,500 people died. And, today's not over.
Yep.
So we're going to have people...
Is the weather... No, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like we're going to have probably 2,600 to 2,700 people die in a single day in America from one fucking disease. That's insane.
As the weather gets nicer, people are going to just get stubborn about their discipline with this and just be like, oh, well, it's fucking 75 degrees outside and it's sunny. Fucking, I'm going to the park. I'm going to the beach. Oh, it's Memorial Day. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to go out and hang out in the park. Oh, it's 4th of July. America, freedom. I'm not going to be told I can stay at home and all this other bullshit. And it's just the numbers are going to start skyrocketing. And I think the next huge thing that's going to happen is how the federal government is saying, oh, we're going to put it in the hands of essentially the business owners to determine their openings and stuff, and just you're going to put this group of people that have it's a horrible idea to put the responsibility on these people that have been completely cut off of all of their income because they haven't been allowed to have business. Okay, you're going to only be allowed to open up your bar, your restaurant at half capacity and just have no oversight over that. Then you're going to have people who have had no money for a long time that are either right at the borderline of just being completely bankrupt or in the red. Now all of a sudden, well, I can't make as much money as I should. I'm supposed to follow these guidelines and not have as many people in here, or I can just be like, fuck it, I need to look out for me and fulfill my bank account and just let everybody in the fucking restaurant or wherever it is that the business that they have open.
So I have a slight caveat to that, Stitch. So where we live, they're trying to open in 4 stages, right? 4 stages. We're in, I guess technically we're in stage 1, maybe stage 2 here in the Bay Area.
We're in 1.
Yeah, okay. So they're trying to, piggybacking off what you're talking about, a lot of the businesses, they do want to do what you're talking about. However, a lot of the counties are stepping in and saying, hey, if you're going to do this, you need to abide by what we say. If you do not, we're coming in and we're fining your establishment, or we're taking something away from you where you cannot operate.
I'm sorry. Let me interject one quick thing. What the fuck is a fine going to do when you have an increase, an outbreak at your restaurant of you've infected 20, 30 people that night? What is a fine going to do? Nothing.
Yeah, a $500 ticket for a restaurant? Or
oh no, it's way more than 500. That's for sure. The state's trying to. If it's enough to where you can take
fines
away,
don't stop the Rona.
Yeah, it starts.
No, fines ain't gonna stop the Rona, but a fine can stop you from operating, especially if you can't pay your lease.
Yeah, it's $1,000.
What they need to do is they need to take these businesses' license away. That's what they need to do.
So that would be
more effective.
That's
that would
also
be more
a
effective than just
fining as well.
Yeah, but like you were saying, yes.
That's on the table as well, because they will come in. Literally, the county will come in and shut you down.
Well,
they will come in and tell you to close.
Even when Gavin Newsom was the governor here in California, started putting these guidelines down about we're shutting all the beaches down. People up in Eureka were like, "Nah, fuck that. You're not shutting our beaches down." Like up in these like boondock counties and stuff, like way up by the northern like Oregon border and shit like that, they started rebelling. And I kind of have a little bit of understanding on where they might be coming from, because people down in Ocean in fucking Orange County and shit like that are just going out to the beach in the thousands. It's kind of fucked up that they're fucking up shit for up in Eureka, where they might even have like a beach population in a city out there of like maybe 500 in the entire city. Yeah, I understand that's kind of fucked up, but still, you already have people that are like openly outward rebelling against it, like sheriffs of the actual like county, or just like was it Mendocino County or whatever? Yeah. He's just like, nah, I'm gonna do what's best for my people. I don't believe in that. And that's problematic in itself.
Well, there's a huge problem here that I think most people don't think about, is that there's no laws that say that I know of where the government can just say I can shut down your business for an outbreak. So all these these companies, they're going to sue and probably win at this point in time, because there's no laws in the books that say that the government can do this. At this point, it's voluntary, and they're lucky that people are doing it. But I mean, they will lose lawsuits, and the counties and cities and state are going to be culpable for like millions of dollars if people really start rising up.
I think now I don't know the actual penal code section or anything like that off the top of my head, because this is like obviously uncharted territory, but during like states of emergency where it's like you're not allowed to like travel the roads and stuff like that, and they can like blockades on the roads and not allow people.
This isn't martial law, though. In martial law,
in
martial law it's a little different, but this is martial law.
Well, this correct, but like during natural disasters, like during hurricanes and stuff, and like blizzards, like in like New Jersey, where they're like, all right, we're shutting down the highway, you cannot travel. They can do that. Now during like a pandemic and stuff, obviously this is the first one that we've ever lived through, so I don't know how that law is interpreted.
But they did declare way at the beginning of this a state of emergency. That's what some of those alerts were all about.
Oh yeah, for sure. But they're not locking down. They're not locking down, roads and shit like that. They're not doing like. I think that literally they're gonna have to write new laws, because as it stands right now, there's little to no standing that the states and local and even federal government has to just shut businesses down en masse.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say that I know all of the federal or state laws or anything like that. I do know that this has been declared a state of emergency, and people can try to sue for a whole lot of things. There's tens of thousands of businesses in just this Bay Area, let alone the state of California. But it's also an interesting PR nightmare too. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
And just so everybody knows, I'm for the lockdown. So I just don't, just like legally speaking, I think that the federal government, local government, they're at a super weakened state as far as like they're standing to protect them against potential lawsuits. Because I was actually there's a jiu-jitsu gym in Stockton that opened up, and a police officer came in, and he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna have to, shut you down, and if you don't, we're gonna fine you $1,000 a day, and then eventually we're gonna pull your business license." And it was just like, "No, we'll go to court." He's like, "I got a lawyer. We can go to court if you want." And so there's gonna be a serious legal battle there, and I don't think that the state, local, or federal government is in any sort of strong standing to withstand that lawsuit, because there's nothing on the books that say that they can do that.
I got a feeling I have a feeling the federal government and the state has a lot of authority when it comes to declaration of emergency, but we will see. We'll see. I will say this: the people who I find absolutely the worst. There is video, so I'm not exaggerating, but some of these protesters who were armed were also pushing officers, spitting in their face and all that. Like,
yeah,
you have video evidence of people not just exercising the right to protest, but also putting their hands on officers as well in Michigan.
Yeah.
I think that was in Michigan.
But yeah, you can't go jogging in
crazy.
Georgia if you're black, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll get to that. But yeah,
we'll
that's
get to
crazy.
That one. But yeah.
I don't get it. I mean, and especially like living in the Bay Area, we know the reputation that Berkeley gets for everyone out there just being crazy and disrespectful to like law enforcement, and there's protests all over the place, and then Antifa this and blah 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 blah. And yes, I'm not an Antifa apologist or in any mindset or anything like that, but literally 2/3 of the country away over in Michigan, you have people storming the Capitol building with rifles on their backs and shit, pushing a like police holding line, screaming in their face. It blows my mind, and everyone's just like, "Oh no, it's whatever. No, it's no big deal. All lives matter."
No,
Respect law enforcement or whatever.
No.
Yep. Putting your hands on an officer who's trying to protect your life.
And you're potentially, and you're putting his or her life in danger just by being there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you don't know if you have it or not, because you haven't been tested.
Screaming in his face.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. The governor of I can't remember what city or town she was, but she was caught going to a beauty salon to get her nails done after she had told everybody that they need to shelter at home, and she just got called out for it.
Yeah. Look. Here's the thing. Like, Americans, we gotta quit being such fucking babies, man. Like you can't just cry about Applebee's and getting your fucking haircut. Like, yes, it sucks being at home, but you gotta suck it up in some ways. You know what I mean? Like, this bullshit crying for trivial shit is just it's unbecoming. Like, if we're a strong country, then don't be a weak bitch.
People are weak. They're weak ass bitches. I mean, staying at home sucks. Yeah. I mean, if you have a paycheck, it's even less of a big deal. You know what I mean? But like I always go back to what I said before. If the federal government would have helped out the people, this would not be a fucking problem right now. If people were able to provide for their families through federal assistance, this would be literally a non-issue. But they're not, and they don't even realize that the federal government is not helping them. And it's mostly people that are like on the right that are doing these fucking stupid ass protests, and they don't even realize that the guy that you probably voted for is the guy that's fucking you over. And he is. I mean, no matter how you get around it, he's fucking you over. So
he doesn't care.
No, he doesn't care. He makes jokes about it. Shit. Talks about sarcasm. He still talks about he's doing a great job. Meanwhile, your ass is out of work. That's how much he doesn't give a fuck about you. He talks about how great a job he's doing, and you can't feed your fucking family.
Or your grandparents fucking died.
Yeah.
How about that?
Died alone.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can't even see him.
Like, Jesus
can't
Christ.
even see him.
Yeah, it's fucking sad, dude.
And the other thing is, I always associated back in the Home Alone days and like the stuff with The Apprentice and all that. I associated Trump with New York quite a bit. New York got hit hardest, and he still doesn't seem to give a fuck.
You don't give a fuck, man. He doesn't give a fuck.
So
he's just self-congratulatory.
When you look at New York's numbers now, like their shit's so fucking ridiculous. But it looks like New Jersey's catching up on them.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Because New York or New Jersey, and Stitch knows this better than almost anybody because he lived there. New Jersey is basically walking distance from Manhattan.
Yeah.
A lot of northern New Jersey.
Yeah, New Jersey is the most densely populated state in the United States. It's I think it's 46th in size, but it's 9th population-wise, which is, if you think about it, is fucking insane. So yeah, pretty much the entire city is a metropolitan area. And like you said, I mean, a lot of people in New York live in New Jersey or whatever they travel. So yeah, it's crazy.
Well, the crazy thing to me is that, like, you know, New York got hit pretty hard, right? But people are always, like, what they don't realize is that San Francisco and San Diego and Los Angeles and San Jose, those are all, like, super densely populated as well. They're like, why aren't they hit so bad? It's like, well, they fucking shut it down early. Like, it's pretty obvious to me that, I mean, it sucked here in the Bay Area, but we shut down, like, super early. And that mattered. When the rest of the country probably should have done the same thing.
Yeah. Remember, Seattle was at one time the epicenter of this. You don't hear about Seattle anymore.
No, yeah.
Yeah, like Seattle's like way down on the list now.
Yeah. Seattle was like, nah, let's do this. Let's listen to some scientists instead of acting like a disaster movie. Actually, can we switch gears? Okay.
I'm just gonna talk about how like some of the doctors had determined that like the first death of the coronavirus happened a couple of weeks before they estimated it actually happened. Like they did a test of somebody who passed away from I guess they thought it was like a flu or something, but when they test the person again, they determined that they actually had the coronavirus. So it's like some woman out here in Santa Clara, which is like really close to here, was the first original case of coronavirus that somebody passed away from.
And her fucking heart exploded.
We didn't understand things about this.
Hold on, the way she died was fucking horrific though. Her heart exploded.
Oh damn, I knew that.
Yeah, it literally exploded.
Yeah, the coronavirus did something to her body to where her heart was going so fast that it ruptured her heart.
God damn.
And they don't even know how it did it. It just knows that with her particular, she was I believe 52. She was mildly overweight, but other than that, she was healthy. And they don't have any explanation on why her heart ruptured. And people are dying, and like the coronavirus is killing people in vastly different ways. And there's a possibility that this virus could mutate and be even more deadly.
They said it already has, like 30 times. So, and there's potentially a new one that's even more deadly than the other one. So, I mean, we'll see. We're living in a fucking movie.
2020. Speaking of dead and weirdness, does North Korea have a weekend at Bernie's dictator?
I think so. I think so.
It's terrible.
Yeah, I think the guy's probably dead. Or in a vegetative state.
Do they have a look-alike?
I mean, it's more likely.
Look-alike running around?
I'm trying to do.
It's hard because the country is so isolated and locked down, but we all heard these reports like last week about Kim Jong-un being dead, and then his sister taking over and all this shit, and everybody was making her into some anime dictator waifu, and then all of a sudden, I guess he made an official appearance, and everybody was like, "Is this weekend at Bernie's, or is this a lookalike? What's going on?" So, I don't know. I don't have an answer. It just seems odd as fuck, and it seems like there's so much other stuff going on in the world right now. But if they're able to, I don't see them being able to successfully fool people for very long, because I don't know a single dictator that wouldn't want to have the biggest party in the world if there's a passing or a death, in terms of like the country being in mourning if he really is dead.
Well, also could be some deep fake shit, like he's computer generated, like Tupac.
No, that's way too advanced for North Korea. So let's be honest here.
We'll see, man. I don't know. I was kind of morbidly curious on whether the sister was going to be like this one anime I used to watch, Evil Tanya, in terms of just being like even more off the hook. You know?
Oh yeah. Dude, seriously, when they show pictures of his sister, I was like, God damn, dude, she's kind of fine.
She got a dump truck.
Yeah, she does.
Because it's weird, because it's like, okay, if he died, wouldn't Cersei be happy about being fucking king, queen, or whatever? Like, I'd be like, yeah, he's dead, now I'm in charge now. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it sucks, but why would she be complicit in like, oh no, we got to make sure that everyone knows he's still alive when I could be the one in charge, and I could be running the show. So that's where I'm like confused on like,
but do you hold on
how shit's operating there.
But do you want to run the show though? Do you want to run the show in North Korea? I would.
I mean,
that's all they got.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what. If you're second in charge and you've been, I mean, that's what you're supposed to be getting prepped to do,
no,
right?
I'm good. Like, people are starving and dying and shit, tortured. I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna be the guy with the face. You know what I mean? Of the country. I'll just sit here as second or third or fucking 59th in command, and nobody tries to get me and kill me in my sleep, or have a heart surgery and kill me in my sleep. You know.
Or shoot you in a firing squad because you're the Rona.
Yeah, fuck that. She's doing a smart move.
Just squeeze it on your hand.
Yeah.
No, it's like Afro Samurai when you want the #1 headband.
Yeah, fuck the #1 headband.
Yeah, so
the interview for the first time last night, that shit was fucking hilarious. Like I've known it's been out for like the longest time, and it actually was like pulled from the theater because I guess Kim Jong didn't like the way they portrayed him. And after watching it, I understand why. Because oh man, they did him dirty. But
it was hilarious though. I watched it.
Yeah, the movie's hilarious. The movie's hilarious.
I still need to see that one. I'm gonna try to watch that because it's so topical right now.
I watched it when it dropped, and when Netflix picked it up, it was just a gem. And I was like, dude, as soon as it was on there, I hella watched it. It's fucking hilarious. Like well, actually no, I don't want to say that Prodigy uses it. However, people use the meme of James Franco being hella black, like hella looking at folks all like, how dare you? That gets used against Prodigy a lot. That's from that film.
That's where the whole peanut butter and jealous comes from, and also the one where he's like,
yeah. That is
there.
That one's used against
I was like, oh
Prodigy.
shit, that's where that's from.
Yeah, it's from that film, and it's used against Prodigy a lot. So he should know where that's from. It's from that film.
You gotta do your research.
It's so good.
I know. I will fuck with it.
What's that site say? Know your meme. There you go.
Yeah.
Know your meme. Know your roots.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, hold on.
Blue, you had a very special. I was going to switch and say Blue had a very special day and let him kind of talk about it. Unless you wanted to move something else.
Okay, go ahead, Blue.
Wait, what happened? Oh shit, that's right. Birthday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's the last Thursday. Celebrate my birthday, and this is actually kind of cool. I didn't know this, but Zoom basically originally, like, if you have a party of 3 or more, like you get to use their service for free for the first 40 minutes, and you have to pay or whatever. But they changed, like, I think they literally changed it the day before our birthday or something like that, where they pretty much their service was completely free. So, you know, I had a bunch of friends on, and we all had like a Zoom meeting. You know, everybody was drinking, having a good time. I had a funny like quiz that I asked everybody like how well they know me. So I had like all these little questions I wrote up, which was kind of funny.
Who did the best?
Huh?
Who did the best? I wasn't
I
there.
don't fucking know. I was drunk.
Oh, okay.
I will say his brother did the best.
Yeah, my little brother did the best.
Like 95% of them.
Yeah, but it was a lot of fun. Like having everybody on there. Like it was my first kind of. I mean, I've done like the hangout parties, and you know, we do this podcast and everything. But the Zoom thing was actually pretty fun. And one of my friends,
thank you, sir.
Grim. I'm gonna call him Grim. He kept changing his background. Like he was the only person with like a different background every now and then. It was real fucking funny. Oh shit! Got some barbecue going.
Mute your mic though. I don't
Yeah,
want to hear shit.
I haven't started, but we got, just real quick, we got a smoker at our house, so we smoked briskets. Yeah, we smoked some beef briskets starting at 2 a.m. and we just pulled it out like 3 hours ago, and then we made some barbecue baked beans and some in-house barbecue sauce. So this is what it looks like here.
Nice.
This is what you do when you're in quarantine. Make your stuff at home. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Damn right.
Looking like Chef Homebar ID. But yeah, so it was kind of cool. Actually, I had two friends that showed up on the Zoom party who are people I haven't seen like the longest fucking time. And that was actually really surprising.
Who?
Like one of them was my old coworker Eddie, but then another one she was like my sister basically when I worked for a private school, and I haven't seen her in like a good 20 years. Like her daughter was 5 when I first met her. Now her daughter's like, I think she's like 30. I know she's like 26, 27 now.
Holy shit.
Married and shit. It's fucking weird, but yeah, I had a lot of fun. I definitely wish I could do it again because like I don't remember a lot of it because I got pretty fucking drunk. But like right now I'm drinking the whiskey that I actually purchased for my birthday. It's called Second Glance. It's American whiskey. It's actually really fucking good. It looks like they're up in Vallejo. That's interesting.
Huh.
It's 88 proof.
Blue and I, after that, a couple days later, we did the virtual beer festival.
Oh yeah.
That
Tell
shit
me
was,
about that.
it was
That's
fucking
nice.
fun.
Fucking fun.
Yeah, it was really cool. Like, it was interesting because we paid like $40 and they ship you 10 beers. Well, there
And they're
was.
like full-size can beers.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say they're full-size canned beers, and there was like I think two ciders that were in there too.
Yeah, so I was gonna say it was 8 beers, one hard seltzer, and then one hard cider. So
Yeah.
And then we're like, for me, I was like, there were kind of like lower ABV beers, alcohol by volume beers, but it was 10, so it was just like $40. It was good. So what was cool about it is that, you know, you signed in at like, I think it was like 7 or something like that, and like a video that you'd watch along with people talking about the beers and stuff like that, and then it was done at like, I think right around 9, and there was an after party, and the after party was like where it was at. Like we had a lot of fun during the after party.
Yeah, well, shit.
Yeah.
There's a few names I wrote down to give a quick shout out to. Hopefully we created some new fans of the podcast.
Nice.
Get that pulled up. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But like, there was three companies that had after parties.
Yeah.
And basically, you got a link to their thing, and like it was basically a WebEx basically, where everybody jumped on there.
Yeah.
And everybody was kind of talking about the beers that they drink and this and that. It was actually a hell of fun.
Yeah, it was way more fun than I thought it was gonna be, because like during like the beer festival, you're like basically watching videos and like drinking to the videos, and you basically couldn't drink like all the beers during the videos. I mean, you could probably, but you have to drink like really fast. But in the after party, like you turn your webcams on, everybody could see everybody, and it was really cool. And it was so hilarious because like there was some person that got, I guess, kicked out of like one of the after party things, and then they came in,
Shit.
and then like, remember there's the vegan person.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and it was like literally like within like 2 minutes of like joining the new rooms, like, oh yeah, we're vegan, and I was like, do you do CrossFit too? I mean, Jesus Christ, like nobody's fucking asking you, bitch. Like, goddamn. Let's just have fun.
Quick shout out to the real Chaz. He was up in the room that night.
Oh yeah, he was the big drinker guy. Yeah.
Susan, that person was in the chat room. Hillbiz, was it Hill? It's like Hills BB, something like that. She was up in the room. Some Grapes, Big Rock, and ENE.
I think Hills was the person that couldn't talk. She was doing sign language. Was that the person?
Oh, that one chick, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Catherine?
something like that.
You
Yeah.
sound like rappers.
What is everybody's like username? But it was a lot of fun, especially after the after party, since we're all fucking buzzed and having a good drink. But I think, what's it, Chaz, he's from the Bay Area, or everybody's from the Bay Area, but he's like out in Alameda County. That's why I thought he was part of the beer group. The guy who kind of turned us on to the beer group. I thought it was him that also listened to the podcast, but just a new guy.
Yeah, he was a cool dude. Also, one of the other brothers that were in the chat group. It was like me, Blue, and Chaz.
Yeah. But it was a good turnout, though. It was a good turnout. It's funny because for the beer fest, virtual beer fest, like everything was on YouTube, and they had Mark McGrath open up at first. So homeboy from Sugar Ray, like he opened up saying like this and that, and they had like other celebrities that would come on and be like, hey, yeah. And, well, they had
Tiger King people.
Yeah,
had a bunch of
for
them.
the second part, they had Lion King or Tiger King people, which was fucking great. So they had homeboy on the fucking jet ski that looked like Chris Griffin. They
Yeah.
had the dude from Vegas that had like all the
The snitch?
Lowe. Yeah.
Huh?
The snitch. Yeah, he was on there.
Yeah, they had him on there. I wish they had Carol Baskin on there because that shit would have been funny.
Yeah.
But they had what's the guy who did the voice of Iago, like Guilford Godfrey? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was on there, and it was pretty funny because he said some shit along the lines like, hey, yeah, what's cool about doing this beer fest is that you're drinking at home and you don't have to go out driving home and getting a DUI because your ass is already home where you should be or something like that. It was so fucking funny.
Yeah, honestly,
Nice.
that's like one of the coolest parts is that you can just get up, use your own bathroom, no line, take a shit if you need to, no line. You don't have to worry about DUI getting home. You don't have to worry about getting home because you're already at fucking home. Like,
Yeah.
I hope that this takes off in the future. I love going to beer fest, but like the long ride home kind of sucks. You know what I mean? And like,
I know that a lot of wineries are actually doing these virtual wine tastings as well. I'm not sure how much they cost, but I've been hearing about them. That'd be kind of cool to do as well.
yeah, I mean,
Hey.
I'm down.
Folks can drinking at home.
Oh,
And
yeah.
So it makes sense.
I'm
Like,
one of them.
People are like, they've been drinking and smoking and enjoying themselves because they're like, you know what? It's like the world is ending. Fuck it all.
Yeah, like I'm hopping on the Peloton bike, working my ass off, and I'm like, all right, time for a drink. We're just gonna keep it going. So yeah,
Yep.
Dude, it's crazy. I don't think there's been a day that I haven't had a drink, which is, I mean, it's kind of sad. Like, thinking about it, like, damn it. Like, I'm always questioning myself, like, fuck, I'm an alcoholic? No, motherfucker, I'm quarantined. Like, what the hell else I'm gonna do? Like, come on, damn. I'm
Yeah.
eating good.
reality sucks. You got to drink the reality modifier. Is what you need.
Exactly.
So
Do you want to bring up these Hornets or not?
the what?
Hornets?
Murder Hornets.
Oh yeah. So you know what's crazy to me? So when I heard Murder Hornets, I was like, that's a crazy name. And then I saw them. I was like, those look really fucking familiar. They're
Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
yeah. they're Japanese giant hornets, which I've seen in the past. This is like nothing. They're new to America. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that
Yeah.
they're calling them murder hornets is like hilarious to me. But they're fucking devastating to bees. Like they can kill people, but it's like it's not a lot. Like 50 people die a year from like the Japanese giant hornets. But
Dude, more people died in California from the coronavirus yesterday.
oh yeah, like by like multitudes more. But to honeybees though, especially here in America, there's no defense. In Japan, the honeybees have learned how to like defend themselves against these bees, but against those hornets. But here in America, they don't know how to do it. So like literally, it takes 12 hornets to take out an entire fucking like what do you call it? Like swarm of bees.
Hive.
Yeah, like a whole hive. Yeah, like they just go through and just decapitate. And 12 of
Yeah,
them.
they just, it's like with some like Brutus the Barber beefcake. Like,
It's insane,
scissors.
yeah.
They just start chopping off heads, or it's like, then they just go through, just chop, chop, chop. Like, they don't care. They're like unfazed by like the entire hive. They're like, let me go find this queen and let me go fuck her up, or
Yeah.
whatever. All you other little worker bees, like, all right, get out my way, chop, chop. It's the most like effortless shit.
What's so funny is that, like, they just fucking do it. Like, there's no rhyme or reason. They're like, you know what? There's these bees. Let's just go fucking kill them off. They're not, like, I guess, consuming, like, the honey. They're not fucking eating bodies or
Gotta give a
anything.
fuck.
And they're fucking rough shit.
It's like Madara. If you ever watch Naruto, it's like when Madara enters the 4th grade ninja war and it just fucking kills everybody. Like thousands of people. Like one dude. He's like, what the fuck? Like that's what these fucking hornets do to a beehive.
You guys saw the video with the bee
mouse?
and the mouse?
Yeah, he fucked that mouse up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit. I was like, what the fuck? And like it fucking killed the mouse and just left. Like, deuces.
Yeah. Job done. So in Japan, the bees in Japan have like evolved to like have a defense, but their only defense
Cool.
is literally they all dogpile on one fucking hornet. One. It takes like tens or hundreds of them to pile up on one to overheat them. And like literally, most of the fucking bees will die in the overheating process, but the hornet will definitely die. But here in America, they're just like, they're just like, what the fuck is this thing? They're just like, I guess I'm gonna die now. Like they have no defense.
Yeah.
Dude,
I think when they
the Hornets. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, kind of piggyback on what Krongs was saying. When the bees do like pile up on the fucking hornet, I think the central temperature get up to like 300 degrees or something like that. Like they literally cook the fucking hornet, and like when they come off of it, it's all like fucking well done and shit. Like it's insane. Like definitely look on. There's like a video on YouTube where somebody talked about it, and it's fucking crazy.
The hornets are already hornets, wasps, whatever. They're already badass motherfucking insects. Like if you don't respect hornets, I don't know who you are. Because most people, even when they're talking shit about them, they shut the fuck up as soon as a hornet or a wasp comes in their fucking vicinity.
Yeah.
Like I've never been stung. I remember the first time I got stung by like a bee, and I have family in like Virginia, like out in the country or whatever, and like I got the whole thing backwards. The first time I got stung by a bee is my cousin gave me a dead bee, and I was in my head, I was like, oh yeah, when the bee loses its stinger, it dies. But I thought, I was like, okay, bee dies, it also loses its stinger, which is wrong. And so that was how I ended up getting fucked up with my first bee. But like hornets are like underground and shit like that, and like I watched one of my like uncles like take care of like a hive, and they just poured gas down the motherfucker and just ignited it. There was no spray, there was no like kind of like
It's fire.
like eco-friendly thing. It was just like fire. Or are we getting kerosene, or are we getting unleaded, like 91 octane? Like, what's our option?
that diesel fuel.
Exactly. Burn it, and everybody get inside, because once we light this match, they're gonna be pissed and they're gonna find us.
Yeah.
What's crazy
they
is
don't stop.
I'm not sure the Asia hornets, if this is true with them, but I know like other hornets that usually if they sting you, they send off like some kind of scent to their other hornet friends for them to come and jump you too.
No,
so like if you get stung by a hornet, like the rest of them
Jump
fucking you.
No, those are Africanized bees. The Africanized killer bees. Those will
Okay.
have the scent. Yeah. Because when any bee stings you, they live their entrails out and they fucking die. But hornets, they can keep stinging you. That's what's fucked up about a hornet, is that they just keep going until you kill it.
Yeah. Like, how many of these you want?
I will say this, like, calling something an Africanized bee, which I know is like the term for it or whatever. People, I remember in like the late 90s and whatnot, and in the early 2000s, people were just so fucking afraid because they couldn't tell the difference or whatever. They're just like, if that's a swarm of bees, it could be Africanized bees. Let me fucking run.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck them. Yeah. I
remember that back in the day.
I only got stung by a bee once, and it was like I was doing like a bicycle ride, and I was like right around the corner from my house, and like literally something hit me in my. I was wearing sunglasses, and something hit me in my fucking eye, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like I took my sunglasses off, and it fell on my arm, and it fucking stung me in my arm. And I was like, and this is like, I was in my fucking 30s, and I was just like, I've never been stung by a bee before. I was like, oh shit, it was a fucking bee, and it stung me, and I was like, oh, this sucks, but it wasn't that bad. It was just a bee.
Yeah.
I mean, thank goodness I'm not like allergic to bees, because I ain't a weak bitch. But I'm just saying, it was all right. I'm not saying. Listen, if you're allergic to bees, it doesn't mean you're weak, but you are.
Damn, it's like an episode of Hunters right there.
Bees kill a lot of motherfuckers, though.
I know.
Yeah.
That's satire. I'm just kidding.
The other thing I was going to say, though, for bees, though, obviously, we'll see what happens with these murder hornets, but there is a decimation of the species of bumblebees or whatever,
oh, yeah.
And they're extremely important for anybody who's seen what was that movie, Jerry Seinfeld, Bee's Story, Bee's Life, whatever the fuck it was?
Yeah.
They're extremely important for agriculture.
Yeah, they pollinate shit.
So, is it more bitch made if you get taken out by a peanut or a honeybee?
Peanut.
Gotta be a peanut.
Yeah, definitely
Gotta
peanut. Yeah. On the scale of 1 to peanut. I'm just saying, they ain't even that fucking big.
Oh shit.
So what's more hardcore to be taken out by an Asian hornet, a murder hornet, or a fucking African killer bee?
Probably I think a bee would suck more because it takes more of them. So like, what sucks about getting stung by an Africanized bee is that one will get you, and then it's like, oh shit, my brother died. Get this motherfucker. But the murder hornets, the sting is obviously way more potent, but they don't fly in a fucking swarm. So if you get stung by one, it's just like, oh, it sucks. It's gonna hurt for a long time, but you're probably not gonna die. because they're
Well,
not.
they're-
Hornets don't hang around in fucking groups.
There's a YouTuber. I can't think of the name of it, but like he got stung by the murder hornet.
That's where I first heard about it. Was from that guy. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
years ago.
And like the pain, like you literally could see his arms swell up like on camera. Like that's how
huge.
venomous or how quick their venom works.
Yeah.
Shit is fucking foul, man. We'll see.
And
2020 ain't done with us.
And they have like huge mandibles too. Like they have a stinger and gigantic mandibles. So it's like what the fuck? You know what's
And
crazy?
It's like a flying scorpion.
Yeah,
Yeah, they have
basically.
like pictures on their hands.
Yeah.
It's the most it's the most badass single insect I've seen.
Dude,
Sorry.
they look fucking bad.
I don't know, man. You ever
Insect.
watch a
Praying mantis.
praying mantis? Yeah, they can kill lizards and shit.
Oh yeah, have you
It's
seen
insane.
that video where the praying mantis basically almost eats a fucking lizard?
Yeah, well,
Holy
lizard tried to
shit.
eat him, and then he's like, "Okay, I'll play this game." He like grabs his jaw, opens it up, and he starts literally eating the
his
side of his
face.
face. I was like, "What the fuck?" And the lizard was way bigger. I was like, "Dude."
And then literally, isn't it the praying mantis that like fucks and then kills its mate after it's done
The
begging?
female
The
does. Yeah.
female eats the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fuck all
have
that
y'all
shit.
seen the size of these murder hornets?
Yeah, they're 2
Yeah.
inches long.
Huge.
They're huge.
Yeah, so like some dude put out his hand and 4 of them covered like the length of his hand. 4 of them. I was like, what the hell?
They're huge. They're badass.
It's all bad.
Hey, old ninja, tell me
Yeah.
about the since you were always into Star Wars and whatnot. There was some big
Oh, no,
Star Wars news. that
no.
dropped.
Wait a minute. Before we get on happy shit, I want to make sure we talk about this this bullshit down in Georgia.
Oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
okay, go ahead.
Speak on it.
Well, I obviously since we're on all on our phones and shit like that, I can't bring up the guy's name or anything like that. So I feel bad even like setting up the story.
I can get it.
Okay, but apparently this incident took place in like February-ish, from what I believe I read. Somewhere down in Georgia, while they're fact checking and getting the actual city down.
Was the devil involved?
What's that?
Devil and a violin involved?
No. They'll have to go down Georgia. But supposedly there was, I guess, in this rural fucking country town, they had some reports of like, I guess, some burglaries being taking place where people, I guess, breaking into cars, houses, or whatever, stealing shit. These 2 white males, one's like 60-something years old, the other one's like 30, who is his son. I believe one of them is a retired police officer. I guess saw this African-American male or black male just running down the road, jogging, as it was reported. And we're just like, dude, that's that guy that's probably been stealing our shit or stealing people's shit in the neighborhood. They loaded a shotgun rack on the pickup truck, turned on the dash cam, and then pursued this dude, chased him down, and then ended up, I guess the younger kid, I don't know which one of the 2 ended up shooting him, but shoots him with a fucking shotgun, kills the dude and everything. Guy wasn't armed, anything like that. They don't know if he was involved with the burglaries that were taking place in the area, but he didn't have any stolen shit on him that day.
Yeah, I was
But,
going to say it's almost sorry to interrupt, but it's almost in fact it is impossible to say he was doing any robbery or anything illegal because you see him literally jogging in like athletic gear with no backpack or nothing indicating any. Yeah. And his name is Ahmaud Arbery.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm watching the video right now. He's running, and I can't show it on the video because it's graphic. But he's like literally running. He runs around a truck, and then the guy has a shotgun, and the guy pulls the shotgun out, and then shoots him twice in the stomach. Actually, more than twice. Shoots him a bunch of times in the stomach or abdomen. It's just like, dude, what the fuck?
This is like the Trayvon Martin thing, except we have video footage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Where
don't
it's just some vigilante type citizen neighborhood watch dudes just like, nah, I'm gonna fucking get this criminal or this person who I think is a criminal off the streets and do whatever the hell I need to do. And it's hard to watch. Like, I mean, you don't have to be black or brown colored or anything like that. It's hard to watch this as a human being. And I don't know how anyone can like defend what takes place in this.
If they don't get murder charges for this, I'm gonna be fucking pissed, dude. Like that.
Well, they haven't been. They're not in jail. They haven't been charged.
Yeah. Well, it's like
because they're.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Well, okay. Well, one of the problems I have. Shit, we did it again. Prodigy, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I heard literally as of today, recently as today, that a Georgia, whatever that county is, prosecutor is officially going to be filing charges, even probably based on the heat from this being a public video now. But I don't know, it didn't happen earlier, but call it what it is. This is a murder.
Yeah, I mean the problem.
Was he a teenager or was he an adult?
I think it was an adult.
He looks like an adult.
Yeah.
Adult.
The problem that one of the major problems with this video is just like. I'm a huge like gun rights advocate guy. Like definitely, if you want to have a gun and you pass background checks and all that shit, definitely own your gun. But definitely don't go out and shoot and do some vigilante bullshit on somebody that you did literally no research on because he looked like a guy that you think stole some shit from you. First of all, like somebody stealing from you, your property is not worth a human life. Not even a single human life. It's not. I'm not even sorry to say that, but a human life is worth a lot of potential. And so for you to sit there and like hop in your truck and like find a guy that's running down the street that has nothing on him and just gun him down like that, it's fucking bullshit. You're a coward. Like, I might give somebody an ass whooping if they stole from me, but I'm not gonna kill a guy. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. People are fucking cowards today. They really are, and they're hiding behind like their gun rights bullshit because they're cowards.
Can I just say this? You also just gotta call things out. Look, if this was a young white girl jogging down the street, there would be nothing close to this kind of confrontation. The guy does not have anything on him. He got murdered for what appears to be absolutely fucking nothing. And there is a racial element to this. I'm sorry, there just is. Either the assumption that he was guilty based on his race, or just the flat out, I want to murder this black man. But he's a jogger. That's all we see and know.
But
I don't understand, especially with like certain states like Florida, they have that whole stand your ground law and bullshit. And I've seen people like sort of cite the stand your ground law as a reason why that this person wasn't arrested that day on site and everything, saying like, oh, he was in fear and blah, blah, blah. Like, I can't fathom how when you are the one that initiates the confrontation and you are the aggressor in the situation, totally, how all of a sudden you're like, I was in fear of my life. You're the one that brought the firearm to the party. You're the one that brought the conflict and the aggression to the party. And now all of a sudden it's like, I was scared. I was scared. Well, if you were so scared, why'd you roll up with your truck and chase this dude a fucking quarter mile down the road, get out the car, put the shotgun in his fucking chest, and then other people are like, well, the guy might have, when he pulled on the muzzle of the shotgun, it might have caused the gun to fire. Like,
why was there a shotgun?
It's a fucking accident. Like, what is this apologist bullshit or whatever? Like, you don't put your finger on the trigger unless you're ready to fire to begin with, and that's just like the last of the problems with this whole entire scenario is that like, oh, well, if the guy who they rolled up on and put the gun in his chest hadn't touched the gun and tried to swat it away, he wouldn't have got shot. Like, what is this dumb idiot logic that people are just like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, I don't get it.
It's a murder. It's an ugly murder. I'm glad it was caught, even though it's hard to watch. I agree with you guys. It's incredibly hard to watch. I'm glad it's on recorded and out
Thank
there in
God.
the world.
Thank God it was, because this would get shoveled under the fucking rug. We wouldn't hear about this. We wouldn't be talking about this. It would just be another fucking Wednesday.
The only thing that I'm worried about, honestly, is if there was footage prior to like what we saw. That's the only thing that I'm worried about. I mean, obviously, like from what we saw, to me it seems like obviously a murder.
Yeah.
But I mean, if there's other shit that happened before that, which I don't know, there could have been other shit that happened. But from what we've seen so far, it looks like they just ran this dude down and fucking shot him for no fucking reason.
Yeah, I mean, when you watch the video, I mean, the dude is running for a good couple of seconds before he's even confronted by the guys with the shotgun. Because they're clearly in front of him, and like, I'm just assuming what happened, but I think he sees that the guy had the fucking shotgun and tries to like run around the truck, and probably some shit happened during that period of time. But the guy like definitely tried to fight off the guy with the shotgun, because what the fuck are you gonna do? The dude's got a fucking shotgun right in front of you. I'm pretty sure they're probably screaming racist stuff or telling them all kind of different stuff. So it's fucking sad to watch. It really is.
Yeah.
So do we know who recorded the video? Who was that?
That's a
watching?
great question.
The
It
guy.
looks like dash cam.
Have they been reported?
It was the.
It looks like a cell phone from my point of view.
Yeah, it looks like a cell phone.
It was a dash cam from the.
What's
It
hilarious?
was a dash cam from the, I guess, the lawyer's point of view.
Yeah, I don't
or
know,
something.
but what's hilarious to me is like I'm reading like the actual thing that was it McMichael and Travis McMichael, whatever. What they said, they armed themselves with a handgun and a shotgun, respectively. Gregory McMichael told the police they chased Aubrey in a truck, according to the report, and Gregory McMichael told the police he shouted to Aubrey, "Stop, stop, we want to talk to you," before, according to their statements, they pulled up beside him in their truck. Okay, so if you want to say "Stop, stop, we want to talk to you," you don't fucking pull a gun. Like there's you don't pull a gun out to talk to somebody. Like that doesn't happen.
No logical person is going to want to have a conversation with a total stranger when you're out on a jog and they're armed and pulling a gun out on you.
Yeah, no.
It's time to go.
So yeah, now that I've read that, I don't think there's any way like really around this. Like they murdered this dude. I mean that was their statements saying that stop, we want to talk to you, but you don't do that armed and having your fucking firearm out, and then you shot the guy. Like that's fucking bullshit.
I remember when I was like 9, my parents told me don't talk to strangers.
Exactly.
Fucking, let alone strangers with fucking guns, strangers that are gonna pull up to me on a fucking car in the South. It would have fucking like no. No.
This is hilarious. Hold on, let me just explain like the rest of the story. So the other McMichael stepped out of his car, instead of his truck, with his shotgun, which is weird if you said somebody that hey I want to talk to you, and that's when McMichael alleges that Aubrey attacked the other guy, and they began fighting over the shotgun. Like, listen, if there was no shotgun, there would have been a fucking problem. Like, do you understand? Like, listen, if I have a fucking firearm and I pull it out of anywhere, people are gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, you can't just be like, you can't walk up to like an ordinary citizen with a firearm and expect them to act normally. Especially when they're going out and like just running around. Like, that seems super fucking retarded to me. Like, that you would just, I'm just gonna let this dude come out with a shotgun and talk to me? Fuck no.
If a Jehovah's Witness came to my door and started knocking with a fucking Glock in his hand, I'd be like,
no shit.
I don't want to really hear what you got to say right now.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
It also looks like a very semi-rural but residential neighborhood. Like this isn't out in the complete sticks. This looks like it's a suburban neighborhood.
Yeah.
So if you're jogging around a suburban neighborhood, like people do every fucking day,
by yourself,
you don't expect, you don't expect to have any type of firearm pulled out on you for jogging in a suburban neighborhood.
And also, like a lot of people, when they break into houses, they're like, they try to cover up themselves pretty well. Like this guy, like all he has on is sweatpants and like a shirt. So I'm pretty sure he doesn't really fit the cat burglar definition. It's fucking tragic, man.
But I don't know.
You know what'd be fucked up is if they actually find the burglar, and it turns out to be a white male.
I mean, listen, George Zimmerman got away from killing Trayvon Martin, so that was a travesty of fucking. That's one of the biggest travesties of all time. I mean, literally decided to confront a guy. He got his ass whooped, and he fucking shot him because he was being a fucking dumbass.
A teenager.
Yeah, a teenager that did nothing, literally nothing wrong.
So, down. Can we go into the Star Wars news?
Something better.
Unless we got more on this one.
No, I just want something better.
Yeah.
To talk about.
Old Ninja, you have some big news. Star Wars front. A little bit of Tahiki Wiki.
What the hell?
WikiLeaks.
Nintendo Wii? So, I guess what Prodigy is trying to get out is Star Wars Day was on May the 4th, which for us was 2 days ago. And so, on that day, we got to see Rise of Skywalker drop on Disney+. We got to see free DLC for Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. And then we also got an announcement from Lucasfilm that Taika Waititi, director of Thor Ragnarok and Thor Love and Thunder, and also the critically acclaimed JoJo's Rabbit, will be directing an upcoming Star Wars film. So that sent a lot of people kind of into a tizzy. There's some people, like our boy poor homie Quan, who did not like Ragnarok. He's not exactly that enthusiastic about this coming out, or about this news, I should say. I wanted to point out that Taika Waititi, he stars in The Mandalorian as the voice of the IG unit. He's also directed this.
He doesn't star. He's in the show.
He's in it, but he lends his voice. And he also directed the season finale of season 1.
But he's definitely not the star of the show.
I said stars, as in like, he's not the lead.
Oh, he doesn't. Doesn't even star. He's a fucking voice of a character that's in it for like what, 2 episodes? Not a star.
So when people voice animated films, do you say they don't star, or what do you say?
Well, it depends on what role they were in.
This is good.
I mean, seriously. Name a cartoon or anime, and I'll break it down for you right now.
The Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars? Okay, so who's which Clone Wars are you talking about?
The one that just ended on May the 4th.
Okay, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that much of that
one. The one that's by Dave Filoni.
But who stars in it? Ahsoka Tano or a BB fucking 8 unit voice?
BB-8's not in it.
Or just any fucking droid voice. Is that a star? Is a droid voice a star?
Computer-generated voice.
But is that a star?
That's not even human. So
any ancillary character's voice is not a star in the show.
So would you say featured? They're featured because these.
I would say they're in the show, and they voice the character, but they're definitely not a star.
So a lot of people say that the ones that lead the show, they just say the lead on the show. Well, if you star in the show, you're the lead actor. Well, no, there's some people say lead if you're a lead in the show, and if you are featured in an episode, they say they star in this episode, or they starred in that episode.
So I think it's IG-11. He starred in he led 0 episodes. He was in the episode,
lead, but he's featured.
But anyway. not a star, right? I mean, Jesus Christ, he's not even featured. He's just in it for like 2 episodes.
He's in like 3 episodes.
Oh, okay, so 3 episodes. He's in it, and he has fucking less lines than most characters in the goddamn show. He barely talks.
So what would you say if he features his voice? What do you try to say?
Cronus. Obviously, Ed Sheeran starred in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. He definitely wasn't a star. He was in it.
So I'm asking you. You just say that he was in it. You're not gonna say that he starred, because I'm using the nomenclature that they posted on Lucasfilm, their press release. They say, "Oh, he starred in this episode."
I'm not them.
It's their job to hype that shit.
Yeah, I'm not them. He definitely was not a star.
Consider a co-star because the co-star is still at they're sharing the same level of being the star of the episode. Like it's definitely either featured or he was in it.
It would be like saying Simon Pegg starred in what was it? Star Wars? Yeah, The Force Awakens. He voiced a character where you couldn't even fucking see his face. You didn't even know it was him. Same thing with The Mandalorian. He definitely was not a star in The Mandalorian. He voiced a character, yes.
Did Vin Diesel star in fucking Endgame?
So I'm at least
No.
Was Vin Diesel in the
So-
game?
Yeah,
he's
he's
the
a-
voice
yeah.
of Bruce.
He's a voice of Groot.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's voice of Groot. Yeah. But yeah, he didn't do shit.
Around in the tornado or whatever.
I was trying to
So
think. I was
anyway.
like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I'm just using the nomenclature that Lucasfilm's press release is, so I'm reading what this says.
Well, they're
If
wrong
you
and you're
wanna
wrong.
argue about the
You're both
name-
wrong. You're both
So
wrong.
you
I don't give a shit.
You take that up with them.
I'll take
There
it up
you
with
go.
you, bro. You're right here.
I didn't make this press release. I didn't write this. They did. They put this. It's on
Fuck
their
George
multiple
Lucas.
sites.
Listen, we get plenty.
Oh.
We get plenty
You
of press
take that
releases, and I
back.
fucking edit them shits.
I'm
Hey,
scared of George Lucas.
you know what? Your ribs are trash. How about that?
Ooh.
Oh, this dude.
Oh.
Look at you with
Now
you
what?
on a struggle plate. You ain't even cook the meal you eating. You stay at my fucking.
I had it
Um,
brought to me though.
Oh my god. I will say this. I've always disagreed with Big Homie Quan on respectfully on Thor Ragnarok. I think that in general, Taiki Waiki Tiki definitely revitalized that trilogy with that movie. Yeah, I mean Ragnarok was fun. I mean, even if you didn't like the jokes or whatever, that was a better movie and made more money and better well received than the first two Thor movies. So take that
And
for what it's worth.
Thor's getting a fourth movie. Tony didn't get
Yeah.
a fourth. Captain didn't get a fourth. So
They also are
there you go.
retired, but you know, whatever.
Well, I thought Thor, he's going to be in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie. Like, he's not getting a fourth one.
No, he
Thor's
is.
getting.
I think
he's
both
getting
are
a
true.
fourth. Yeah, he's getting a fourth film, and he'll be in Guardians.
Well,
But yeah,
fucking
anyway.
Captain America Civil War is more about Tony Stark, Iron Man, than it was about Captain America, so I would say that's Iron Man's fourth movie.
Yeah.
That shit,
Well,
actually
I mean-
also Spider-Man. Spider-Man was also another Iron Man movie, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Because that shit was all
Man,
about
look.
Iron Man.
When we talk about leads, you know, Robert Downey Jr. was certainly the lead for all four Avengers movies,
Mm-hmm.
even though it was an ensemble cast and all that shit. But we'll see. We'll see what fucking happens.
Kind of jumping, staying on the topic of Star Wars. Like, I actually got to watch Rise of the Skywalker. Was that the last one that
Yeah.
they just
Yeah.
got on Disney Plus?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I mean, the movie was decent, but I didn't like it at all. Like, they just it was just basically a giant fan service, basically. Like, a lot of the shit happened on all the other episodes, and it's like all this shit's already happened before. Like, there was nothing original about any of it. And I just feel like they just keep doing the same thing over and over again with the Star Wars movies. I know people will come at me, but I just got that impression. Like, literally, like, have you guys seen it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like,
It's
go ahead.
it's not beloved, and I don't think even of the hardcore Star Wars fans, I don't know anybody who says that is like their favorite in all 9 episodes.
Oh, okay, I'm glad I'm not alone. But, like, yeah, just like, you know, we had, what's her name? Homegirl, when she goes to the blown up Death Star, she basically fights
Right.
against herself, like a darker version of herself. And it's like, fucking Luke did that when he was training with, like, Yoda. And then, like, the scene that really bothered me was that when she goes to throw the lightsaber because she's, like, pissed off about it all. And then, like, Luke catches it and he's like, hey, don't disrespect the lightsaber. And it's like, dude, like, literally, in like episode 7 or whatever, he takes the fucking lightsaber and just fucking throws it over his shoulder into the water. He basically did the same thing she just fucking did, except that it actually went into the fucking water or whatever. Like shut the fuck up. And then, like, the fact that they show him, like, actually lifting up the X-Wing out of the water, and it's like, dude, you're, like, in your 50s and you're finally able to lift up a fucking a plane out of the fucking swamp water, which is basically what he tried to do with Yoda. So it's like, everything was just wash, rinse, and repeat. Like, we still have the same fucking Death Star, we have Palpatine's, like, fucking fight thingies. Like, the only cool thing about the entire thing is fucking Supreme Leader Kylo Ren's his fucking plane or whatever, his spaceship, whatever. That shit was fucking dope. From beginning to end, I love that thing so much. And that's why I did it.
Don't forget Raylo.
Oh, Raylo. Oh, yeah, they had a little moment.
They had several moments. I mean, Luke does say that he was wrong after he catches her saber, and she's like, "I'm gonna do what you did." He's like, "Well, I fucked up," and so he explains why, and then they move on. So I was like, I guess."
I can't believe it's weird how the Force can work beyond the grave.
Yeah.
The same thing with like Palpatine, like the guy's basically a fucking zombie, and he's being. Go ahead.
We have seen Force Ghosts, just to be fair, even as way back as the first trilogy.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
So
I'm glad I didn't watch it in theaters. Basically, is what I'm trying to get to, because that wouldn't have been worth no fucking $20 like box office ticket prices.
I hear. Look, I hear you in some ways. I need to watch it again. I was too hyped up on Raylo everything, but I'll watch it again. I see some news about a Borderlands fucking movie. What the fuck is this?
about what? Say
A
that again?
Borderlands movie.
They've been talking about it for a while,
Kate
man.
Blanchett.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
is this?
Kate Blanchett is in negotiations to play what's her name? Who's
Lilith.
the big one in the
Lilith.
Yeah, she's in negotiations to play Lilith for a live action adaptation of Borderlands.
I'm down with that.
Ooh.
I don't know how I feel. I mean,
I'm a little nervous. Yeah.
I'm
kinda-
PG-13, I'm not gonna go see it.
I would love it to be R. I'd love it to be kind of raunchy and have the humor of Borderlands. That franchise is funny as fuck and action-packed, of course. But this is the only person I've heard in terms of casting, and the first time I've heard about them doing a fucking movie. Most video game movies don't work, but Sonic did well, so let's see.
And Pokemon.
Sonic did well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Angry Birds.
Angry Birds, what the fuck?
Yeah,
For
Angry
me, for
Birds.
Borderlands, like I enjoy like just the whole randomness of everything, and I think it's hard to encompass all the fun of Borderlands with just doing random ass side missions and all the crazy ass random characters you meet into like a 2 hour. Well, if it is going to be a 2 hour film, but into 2 hours, like it just seems kind of rushed. And it's like, who's the main character going to focus on? Are you going to have like a team of people, and then you have to like introduce and give these whole origin backstories and stuff? If you're putting it on film, it just seems. I don't know. It just I love Borderlands. I just don't see the need for a film version of it.
Well, Eli Roth is actually heading the movie, so
Oh, that's right. I heard about that.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
it could be
What
pretty good.
work has he
This
done?
could be really good. What work has he done?
You don't know who Eli Roth is? He was in Inglourious Basterds. He's done a bunch of other shit too.
But
like,
he's
Saw.
also a director. Yeah, he's
Did he
directed
do
some
Saw?
other crazy. He's known for doing horror films.
Yeah. So
And,
potentially
and
dope.
when he does horror films, they're usually pretty gory. Like his last one was
Was it
Green
Hot-
Inferno. It was Green Inferno, which was super like controversial. They were talking about pulling it from theaters and bullshit like that. It was crazy.
Did he do Saw or was it there's another
He did
one.
Hostel.
That's what it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did the first Hostel. That's right.
Dude, those were some of my favorite like mid 2000s horror movies. The Hostel ones were just they're torture
They're
porn,
good.
but they're fun as fuck.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
torture porn.
I don't think of horror when I'm playing Borderlands though. I think of like funny comedy and like action.
It's gory though.
Yeah.
It is gory. Yeah,
It's
there's blood and
Animated
guts
gore, but it's
everywhere.
gory. So
You see fucking people blowing up. Like literally, I was playing today, and like I had to. I started the game all over again, and like basically I have to go and find somebody's spine to put into like the little reactor thing to charge the Marcus's one of his vending machines.
yeah.
So,
Well, it's funny when like you blow somebody up and their brains, like the whole brain, is set out to the side. That's like one of my favorite
Yeah.
things to do. Is like seeing the brains like off to the side.
I would say like they should have like a director from like the director of Deadpool, because I would say that's more in the same realm of like comedy, violence, like bloodshed type of genre.
I mean,
I
You
will
take a
say-
John Wick director.
Or yeah, John Wick director.
I'll just say this: Eli has a lot of fucking talent, and I think that if you can make successful movies, regardless of genre, on tiny ass budgets like you do for those torture porn, hostile movies. Like those had very small budgets and they were wildly successful, especially relative to those budgets. I don't know what the budget is going to be for this, but let's say if it's a modest $100 million or $120 million budget, I feel like he's going to do some fun stuff. I'm more interested now knowing that Eli Roth is attached to it than I was just 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, they announced that like a while ago.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Yeah,
but
I
now,
mean-
with Eli Roth with Kate Blanchett, that just sounds like a crazy like combination there. On top of that, has anybody seen Cabin Fever?
Yep.
That shit was hilarious.
Yeah, so that's an Eli Roth film.
Yeah, and so that's the kind of like comedy that I want to see in a Borderlands movie, because that movie that's the one I'm thinking of, right? It had Thor in it, that dude.
No, I think you're thinking Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, I think Cabin in the Woods. Damn it.
Yeah, Cabin
yeah.
Fever is the one with they got the virus.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That shit.
So if they have Kate Blanchett being Lilith, would they be basing off of the Borderlands 3? Is Lilith only in 3 or is she in all 3 of the games? I can't remember.
She's in
She's
2.
in all 3.
Yeah, she's in 1.
Yeah.
I think she's the original Siren.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure.
I had to go back and remember because I played it since the first one.
Yeah. There's a lot to work with, but it's obviously got to look cool. Because the other thing you have, what was it, 2015, 2016? Mad Max in a dystopian apocalypse kind of desert world, Mad Max Fury Road,
Oh,
like
sorry.
knocked my socks off
Yeah.
when I fucking saw it.
That was
but that was gritty.
Yeah, Mad Max is like the perfect sort of scene for Borderlands.
Mm-hmm.
like literally for months, we all were yelling War Boy things. We were all yelling
yeah.
"Witness Me" and
Who directed Mad Max?
Yeah. I forgot he directed all the Mad Maxes. He's an older guy, but I mean, we're all talking about
That would
Chrome
be
and
perfect.
our journey to Valhalla as you witness me as I send myself, as I pledge myself to our leader and all that.
This was dope.
Man,
I
Mad
need
Max
another
was-
one.
Ooh, Mad Max just fucked me. That fucked me up.
But what's so good about Mad Max was that, like, it wasn't really a fucking story. It was just fucking explosions.
It was,
I mean, it was a little
no.
story,
It was a
but, like, barely.
no. It was a road trip with explosions, and you had a war theme song on the way.
Yep.
You had some dude-
Badassness on screen.
He's literally chained to speakers that are like a story tall, bloody and shit everywhere, and he
Love it.
played his war cry the entire time. That shit was fucking crazy.
That shit knocked me out of my fucking socks, dude. I could watch that 100 times.
Here was George Miller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
And he directed every single Mad Max film.
let's switch gears a little bit. Did y'all watch Rick and Morty?
Oh yeah.
Nah,
Oh god damn. I'm not gonna give away like the whole show, but they did a thing where basically they broke down Dan Harmon's version of the hero's journey, which is generally speaking like the hero's journey, and they did like a really cool thing about it. So if you're an aspiring writer, like I sort of am, this was like a really good episode because it like literally shows like the actual like the way the hero's journey looks, but they took all the words out of it and they make it like a really compelling like journey with Rick and Morty, and it's fucking awesome. And it's also how to fuck up the hero's journey. So everybody should watch the latest episode. I think it's called like Ricking the Morty or something like that. I can't remember, but it's like season 4, episode 6.
Yeah,
There was a
I
lot
watched it. It kept showing the episode where Morty gets the future stone or whatever, or he can see the future. Yeah, they kept showing that one. But yeah, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
It's so good.
Yeah, when I watched it, there was a lot of stuff I felt like they were kind of pandering to the fan base, and then a little bit of a middle finger to the fan base, basically saying, "This is our show. We're gonna do what we want with this. We don't abide by you guys, and we're gonna take this and flip it on its head." And I was like, "Dude, this is crazy." There was so much shit going on in this 30 minutes. It was madness, and I feel like they gave us a little bit of what we may see later on down the road.
Yeah.
Even though they're saying, like, because there's a part in this, a couple parts where they're yelling, "This isn't canon. Don't worry, this isn't canon." I'm like, what the hell?
Because they're fucking up the storyline. That's why it was awesome.
That shit was
I
crazy.
can't wait to watch it.
It was so like a lot of people like this is hard to follow. No, if you're a fan, I feel like you should be able to pick up on stuff because it's also a callback. It's a callback as well as like maybe what we might see in the future. Plus also them. It's like a love letter plus a fuck you at the same time. So it was so much craziness on the fucking screen. But I couldn't stop laughing though.
You kind of think on the topic of animation. Like, I really wish you guys were watching Harley Quinn because that show like season 2 dropped like a couple of weeks ago, and every episode since then has been fucking hilarious. Like, I would say it's probably funnier than Rick and Morty just because like there's curse words and there's like fucking violence and blood. But this last episode was so fucking funny. Like literally. Hold on.
Rick and Morty curses. They curse in Rick and Morty.
Oh, but like saying fucking bitch and like
they say that in Rick and Morty. When I watch it, if you watch it on Hulu, it's uncensored.
Well, no, if you watch hold on. If you watch it live though on Adult Swim, they still edit it. So
I didn't watch it live.
Yeah, so this last episode of Harley Quinn, like literally, it's a fan. They're making fun of the fans basically. They're poking fun at the fans because literally they have two guys sitting on their couch, and one guy's like, you know, I'm not gonna watch a Harley Quinn show because Batman's not even in it, and I'm not gonna watch a Batman show if Batman's not in it. And the guy's like, but you watch all of fucking Gotham, and Batman wasn't in that. He's like, it wasn't about that. Like, it was still about like Gotham and blah blah blah. And like, it's so fucking fun. Like, there's like the guys that actually arguing about like, I guess one guy created a fan blog about they're talking about shit, what's it called? The one with the ring. Oh shit, what's it called?
Green Lantern?
Lord of the Rings?
And
Lord of the Rings.
What is it?
The Green Lantern?
Lord of the Rings?
Yeah, Lord of the Rings. And they're basically talking about like how come Gandalf didn't just jump on one of the fucking eagles and drop the ring into the volcano and that'd have been the end of the story. He's like, that's not how it works and blah blah blah. But like literally the guys are like, the episode that they're gonna watch is basically just about Batman. So they end up watching the episode where it's basically about Batman coming out of a coma. But then what's so fucking funny is that like all this shit happens and then they kind of cut back to these fanboys and like they're like, oh shit, that was actually pretty good. Let's watch the next season. And they complain about how like it's only season based or it's episode based every week. Like episode drops every week. And the guy's like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now? And the guy's like, oh, I'm gonna go watch some hentai. And it just ends there. Like they basically end about fucking watching hentai. That shit had me. I was laughing so hard, dude. I was on the fucking floor just rolling. But like it's fucking funny. Like literally, there's this. So they kind of make fun at Iron Man too because Batman gets his Hell Batman suit. The one that's like fucking badass that like Superman helped build inside the center of the sun or something like that. And like he's talking to Lucius about it. Like Lucius basically built the new bat suit for him, which is like an Iron Man suit. And like Alfred comes down, he's like, you're not gonna fight crime, you need to fucking like, you know, get better or whatever not. And like he literally like takes it and like wheels it away like if Bruce Wayne is like in timeout or some shit. And he takes it to his room. And fucking Batman like he creeps into a room and like the bat suit's like in pieces. And like he says like a cool phrase or whatever, and the pieces like start flying around the room and shit like that, and starts like attaching to them like how it happened to like Iron Man. But like it's so fucking funny because like later on Alfred basically tells him like, look, I told you so. Like you're not ready to be out there fighting again. But it's so fucking funny. And this is just the one Batman episode. Like all the other ones have been fucking hilarious.
So just to piggyback on what Blue's talking about, season 1 of Harley Quinn is now on Sci-Fi, and they aired it uncensored. I watched an episode on Saturday. I don't know when it airs, but I know on Saturday I was watching it and it was uncensored. It was pretty insane. So if you don't have DC Universe, you can watch it now, at least season 1 on Sci-Fi.
Dude, there's another episode where Catwoman's in it, and they kind of reach out to her to help them steal something. And like literally Catwoman's like they're I put them in Harley Quinn that's inside of a restaurant waiting for her to show up. And Catwoman's basically like walking from the door to them, basically stealing shit from people, like stealing earrings, fucking cell phones, necklaces, and like it's so fucking funny because like she's like such a badass, and Poison Ivy such a like a fangirl about her and stuff like that. Like she's like literally like coming on the screen. It's so fucking funny. I guess you guys definitely gotta check it out. It's so fucking hilarious.
So based
I
on
need
your
to-
recommendation, I watched season 1, Blue, and you weren't wrong. Once again, you caught another one that was on fire. You were also correct saying, did you watch Birds of Prey? Did you not?
Yes, I did. But no, I didn't watch the movie. No, not the movie.
So Harley Quinn is what Birds of Prey should have been. Her whole story in season 1 should have been that movie, and it wasn't, because it took place in Gotham. We see Batman, but he's only there like in and out. He's in there fleeting. There's one part where she works together with Batman, but it really deals with her relationship with the Joker and how she breaks up with him. That's what Birds of Prey should have been. And then her banding up with like other villains. And Birds of Prey didn't do that.
Did any of you guys watch Extraction? Or did you guys talk about that last week or no?
I haven't watched it yet.
It's still on my list. I want to see it. I hear it's like John Wick with Thor.
Yeah, it's I can sort of talk about it without spoiling anything, but it's really good. It's a movie. It's I guess maybe like I don't think it's like 2 hours, but it's just under 2 hours, maybe like hour 40 or whatever. But it's really good, action packed. Chris Hemsworth is pretty fucking badass at it. They have one of those long extended shots. It's not on the same level as like the Daredevil scene in the stairway that took place, but there's a really long action scene that is really amazing. I'm just like, how the fuck are they even filming that?
Yeah,
And,
the one take shot.
Yeah. But I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was I mean, the plot is whatever, but I'm all for watching Chris Hemsworth do some John Wick type shit and shoot people in the face. He gets fucked up a lot in the movie. He's not walking around with some Mario star power where he's just invincible and shit. He gets fucked up pretty bad. But it was a really good watch, and it might be my favorite of these Netflix movies that have come out over the last like quarantine little bit. It was better than that Ryan Reynolds movie and I think it's the one I watched.
Six Underground?
Yeah, it's better than Six Underground, and it's better than the Stephen Amell one that just came out.
I heard
better than
Code
Code. Code was really good. Code was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that. This one's better. It's more action packed and it's good.
So
really,
I haven't seen Code, but a lot of people were recommending it to me. But even though you say you like it, you like Distraction more. I'm still gonna check out Code. So interested.
I mean, and also obviously because Stephen Amell and I share the same birthday.
Oh, there you go.
Which is Friday, by the way. So Team Taurus.
Oh, sweet.
Let's virtually do something.
Yeah, man, I'll set up a Zoom meeting.
What are we talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Doing what on Friday?
Birthdays, I guess.
Whose birthday?
Stitch got birthday.
I'm on Friday.
Are you turning 40 yet?
No, last one before 40.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Damn, baby, you still teething or what?
This dude teething. Motherfucker. They got to do carbon dating to tell us how old you are.
I wanna mention something real quick because I think we all saw this trailer and it came out. I think
Carbon dating hurts.
What?
I'm just saying.
God damn it. I want to mention something. We talked about it a little bit last week, but then the trailer dropped the very next day. So on last Thursday, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, God damn it,
Bruh.
looks impressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
What y'all got to say?
My question is, was there gameplay? I didn't see gameplay.
No,
Anybody
not
get a
yet.
chance to see? No? Okay.
I saw something with.
First trailer.
They did a trailer, and then there was another thing that showed like a little. It was like cutscenes, not cutscenes, but like still photographs of the actual game. But I mean, it's not much you can take from that. But it's got my money. I'm down for it. It's got like a Game of Thrones aspect to it where you have the two. What was it? What was the name of that battle where the two sides ran each other and Jon Snow?
Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah, it sort of it kind of had a scene like that, and I never really cared about what was going on with what's his name in the Animus.
Ezio.
What's his name? The main dude that would go into the machine.
They can take all that shit out. Honestly, listen, Assassin's Creed people, take out all the Animus bullshit. Take out. Sorry, I got hiccups really bad. But take out all that fucking. Oh, we're in some retro world bullshit. Just fucking make it the game. Like, stop taking me in and out the Animus shit. To me, it's like super lame. The game is way more fun than like pulling me out to like do some stupid ass Animus bullshit missions.
I'd say I'm on the other side on that. I feel like because it started with that. I feel like that's one of the unique things about AC that. Don't get me wrong. I like the gameplay in the past better, but that aspect of it is when it's done well. Like it was done really well in Odyssey. It can add something to it.
The Desmond.
I don't understand how it adds to it. Like I just want the story. And like you pulling me out of the story to be like, oh my god, there's some crazy assassins people in the future that are trying to get me. I'm just like, first of all, it's not explained very well. Second of all, I've got literally no powers to do anything. I can't assassinate them. I want to be an Assassin's Creed. So let me do that.
Yeah, I really wish your Odyssey worked because you do some killing and assassinating in Odyssey.
Isn't it? I don't know where I saw it, but I guess some toy company released like some action figure, and I guess there was like a rumor that the main character is going to be a female. Is that true or not?
Well, yeah, it's been in previous games.
Both.
You can choose.
Oh, you can pick your gender?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I have never played any of the Assassin's Creed games.
Oh, play Black Flag. Really?
Yeah. So there are Assassin's Creed games. Like there was one on the Vita that you play as like a former slave, I think.
Yeah, that's Assassin's Creed Liberation.
So they've had some games in the past where you've just been a female character, period. But the way to do the latest version, which was again 2 years ago with Odyssey, most people preferred playing as the female, which was a lot like a Diana or Wonder Woman Greek goddess kind of thing.
Even in Syndicate, you play as a female.
Has anyone played the one from Russia? There's an Assassin's Creed like Russian version.
I didn't play that one. What was it called?
I think you could be a woman in that one too, but I don't remember. I've seen the cover, but I don't remember what platform it was on.
The last two really helped the franchise because the London and the Paris ones were kind of sketchy, but Origins and Odyssey was solid. And then here's the other thing that they did. We got too used to them being an annualized franchise, kind of like Madden or 2K or something, or even Call of Duty, and they took a year off, which has people excited again to see what's new on this.
Yeah.
I'm on board, man. And this looks like it's going to be obviously, assuming that we are truly getting PS5 at the end of the year, a PS5 and PS4 launch if it's a fall release.
Okay.
Black Flag came out with the 4. That was the very first game I had with the 4.
But it was dual.
Yeah, you could get them on both, but it was also. I think they bundled it as well, if I remember correctly, because I remember I got Black Flag with it. So they might be looking to bundle the 5 with the new Assassin's Creed, like they did last time. And I mean, I'm down for it. I mean, the game looks interesting. I want to see more gameplay, but I know how it plays. But I'm excited to do some Viking type shit.
All right, so the one that I was thinking of, I guess it's Assassin's Creed Chronicles, where you go to multiple spots. So I guess you go to Russia, India, and China. It's the 2.5D world. It came out in 2015.
I missed that one for some reason.
I don't even remember that. It came out.
What console?
Handheld?
What console?
No, it came out in Xbox One, PS4, Windows, and Vita.
Huh.
I missed it. Yeah.
I don't remember hearing anything about that.
Old Ninja, I got some rumor mill bullshit news for you. I don't know how substantiated this is.
I know what you're gonna say. Go ahead.
Oh boy.
Again, rumor mill, unsubstantiated, but there are semi-credible rumors circulating right now in the gaming sphere talking about a Mass Effect Trilogy remaster port finally coming to this console gen. Maybe.
Yeah. So I could have sworn, like, literally around last year, around this time, you brought it to my attention that this was secretly in the works. Like, you posted some article to my page, and I was like,
Yeah, I think that one was debunked at the time, though. We'll
they're
see.
trying to put out by April of 2021, and it's highly rumored that it'll be a remaster on like all systems of the Mass Effect trilogy. So, you know, I'm for it. I mean, I think a lot of people, especially on this gen, deserve a chance to play it. So
No, it's not even that. What we deserve right now is a chance to play Mass Effect 1 with Mass Effect 2 and 3 controls. Mass Effect 1...
And I'm hoping the remaster does that.
Yeah. Mass Effect 1 controls were fucking terrible.
Yeah,
God damn, on Ninja, let me fucking speak!
Bad. I can't agree with you? What the fuck?
You cut me off. I'm like, you stole my thunder. Twice now, middle of my speech.
I just said yes. I can't say yes.
You said yes, there's a bunch of other shit. I can mute you.
Okay.
You want me to mute you?
Here, I'll help you out here.
Guys. Anyway, I recommend Mass Effect to like a lot of people, but it's like, listen, the first game, it's a good game, but the actual gameplay is fucking dog shit. And for me to like recommend a game like that to somebody is like, listen, the gameplay sucks, but it's worth it, especially when you get to Mass Effect 2 and 3 because they improve the controls. Even the story of Mass Effect 1, the story's really good, but the controls are fucking terrible. So I really hope that in this generation of, you know, if they do remake Mass Effect, that they redo the controls on Mass Effect 1. If they do, I'll play the whole fucking series again, happily.
There you go.
I'm gonna take the wheel real quick because since I'm the leading expert on fucking sports, I'm
what?
You know what I mean? Since I'm the leading expert on sports, I just want to talk about one of the greatest news.
Holy shit!
Stitch, you gotta
Holy shit! Stitch is holding up a sign for those who are only doing audio that says "fuck
like,
Mass Effect."
Wrote it down.
That's fucking great.
Big ass block letters for you.
Even though on the last couple of days, we got some footage of good old Iron Mike Tyson going back to training again and trying to get back into boxing. And I think that shit right there is fucking epic. What are your guys' thoughts on Mike Tyson coming back?
He looks fast.
I mean, he does look fast. However, listen, I love Mike Tyson, but I think Teddy Atlas put it best. Is that once he was challenged, he always kind of failed after he got challenged. And it's just, I don't want to see him come back and then get his and like meet a challenge and get his ass whipped at the age of 53 years old. I mean, he looks in excellent shape. He's doing the way he's moving looks really good, especially at his age. He looks like the old Iron Mike. But I just don't want to see him get in the cage or get in the ring, and then see him get some adversity and just fucking wilt. You know what I mean? And I like him as like a person besides the rapey bullshit. You know, I want to see him thrive. He's thriving right now. I mean, like he has his own fucking cannabis business. He's doing okay. But I mean, he looks great. So you guys go ahead, chime in.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the boxers that are able to, like Bernard Hopkins, or I mean, even to a certain extent, Floyd, Roy Jones. There are some that never really stopped, and that were still able to have a decent career later in their lives. But we haven't seen him. I think we haven't seen Tyson in the actual ring since what, early 2000s, late 90s. Like it's been a hot fucking minute. I didn't think that this footage was leading to him getting back in the ring. I thought he was just getting back into shape and showing what he could do. I don't want to see him fighting some 22-year-old like heavyweight star or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, no, that it's not the 80s.
They can put him in some celebrity type match on like MTV. Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. But no, I don't want to see him fighting some young buck. Like, no, I don't want to see Tyson die. Like I'm not for that fucking. Like it's all cool watching him do that shit against like his trainer, against like a bag and everything like that and stuff for like a Instagram 30-second 1-minute clip and everything. But no, like I
think
what does he have to gain by doing this? Like
money.
Mike Tyson is a legend.
Money.
Like
No, I think it'll be interesting to see him fight like I don't know some like YouTuber who think that they're fucking badass and like they want to challenge Mike Tyson. I just want to see him like just wreck people who said like think they can like kick his ass. I mean, it'd be kind of cool if there's some that can, but like just to see him knock motherfuckers out in like fucking 20 seconds just because they thought they could fucking fight him would be fucking great. I mean, to be honest.
With some pros and Joes type shit.
Yeah, like some pros versus Joes type shit. Yeah.
Like the last time we saw him throw a punch was Hangover 1.
Yeah, exactly.
The movies, I think it'd be hilarious in some movies in the right situation, like some Hangover shit. But yeah, it would sadden me.
He's training with like a really good trainer, Rafael Cordero, but he's a kickboxer, but he knows how to box too. But also, Mike Tyson, his whole thing was like it was in his mind. Like once he lost Custom Auto, that was when like his whole decline because mentally he couldn't keep it together and he did a bunch of bullshit and people kind of forget about that. He knows that his mind isn't always there, and so
Correct.
That's what I keep talking about. Like when he hits adversity, like he doesn't really, if he's not dominating, I'm worried about him wilting and like fucking up his legacy, which has already got severely damaged at the end of his career. So I would love to see him fight and be dominant, but also he's fucking 53 years old.
Yeah.
So just enjoy your life. You have other incomes available. Please just enjoy your life and enjoy your kids because he has kids. So be there for your family, man.
Yeah,
Tyson, I would say would probably be the most.
Trying to do a charity fight against looks like an Australian rugby a rugby player turned boxer in Australia. It's gonna be a charity match for $1 million.
Okay.
But I mean, Tyson, I would say would probably be the most intimidating athlete of our generation, possibly of all time. Where it's like before even the fight started, like you could see it in the opponent's eyes, like they did not want to be there, and like he was just out there just slaughtering people within like the first 2-3 rounds and stuff like that. But when the fight started to progress and get long, then Tyson just sort of ran out of gas. And I mean, even if you look back on like his actual career, he only beat one Hall of Fame fighter, and that's Spinks. He lost to Holyfield twice. He lost to Lennox Lewis, and the people that he did beat, they were dominant, but there wasn't a Ali Frazier type battle where he just overcame and just it was just like a great 12 round.
That's what I'm talking about.
Rock'em Sock'em robot type thing where it's just like holy shit. You see Tyson's heart where he was just like he was against the ropes and all of a sudden he just came back like no. Tyson just came in like a caged animal. People were just scared and pissing their pants because they knew that he was just that good and he just ate them up. But when it went past like 3-4 rounds and stuff like that, then that's when there were problems. And then obviously the Buster Douglas thing where a bunch of other shit was going on previously outside the ring.
I agree with everything you just said. The only caveat, just for context, I would add, and he was still the youngest heavyweight champion. And so we literally had a teenager, 19 years old, 18 years old, fighting against grown heavyweight men.
No. Prodigy, not grown man. Grown ass man.
Grown ass men.
There's a difference. They were grown ass men.
Yeah, grown ass men, professional fighters getting whooped in 20 seconds in the first round by a teenager.
Yes. He was scaring them. This teenager was scaring grown ass men.
Yep. So yeah,
it's kind of interesting. If you haven't watched his documentary Tyson, like you should definitely do yourself a service and watch it because it's really fucking good. Like you get to see like him tell the story about everything that fucking happened between like his boxing career and being bullied as a kid and
Pigeons.
with his whole Robin Givens situation up to the fucking fight, but like also him losing his fucking daughter to like tragic thing, which changed. It kind of changed the world because like kids were getting strangled by like the curtain strings, and that's what basically happened to his daughter. If I remember correctly, I could be wrong, but yeah, like it's really good. Like you'll laugh, you'll fucking cry. Like it's definitely worth checking out. I wonder if it's on Netflix.
It might be. Do we have any Be the Bees?
There's one. I have one, and there's one in the thing on the list.
Wait, there's something that just dropped. Well, not completely, but there's a trailer dropped for something that's coming out.
That doesn't sound like a Be the Bee at all.
No, but I sent this to you, Prodigy. Your thoughts on Lovecraft Country?
Oh, I'm interested. This is an HBO project, I believe, right?
Yes, it is an HBO project.
Yeah,
So,
I'm down to give it a fucking shot. It sounds interesting. Look, I wasn't expecting anything from Watchmen, and that knocked my fucking socks off.
So did you see who the two producers are for the show?
No, who are they?
And one is Jordan Peele, the other one is J.J. Abrams.
Oh shit.
So this looks crazy. The trailer had creatures. I guess it takes place during like in the past or something like that. It looks interesting for sure. And it drops later on this summer, I think, in June, I think.
I'm interested.
You mentioned Jordan Peele. Did we ever talk about the Candyman trailer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. If we did. Okay, got it.
I'm sorry. What was the Be the Bee? Who has it?
There's one on here from Clay. I think it's bartender Clay. He asks, after the Travis Scott Fortnite concert, are there any other music artists
We did that.
we did that one?
We did that one.
So the question I have came from Reddit. It was, what's your favorite thing about 2020 so far?
Jesus.
I'm still alive, I guess. Jesus Christ. 2020 fucking sucks. This has been literally like one of the... Actually, I can't even say that. It is not the worst year of my life. But it's pretty fucking close.
Mm-hmm.
It's the worst year from like external factors that are not from people that I know. Because there's somebody in like 2010 that really fucked me over.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, this year is fucking dog shit.
But what's some positive thing that happened though?
I'm gonna say on the positive note, the world blessed me with interspecies reviewers. That's it.
Oh my
I like
god.
you said blessed, you didn't believe in blessings. How dare you?
Oh damn.
Hilarious. I got a daughter, so that is my happiness
Hey, there you go.
for the year. Other than that, it's been rough. Like I've been taking L's or whatever. Fucking lost my man Kobe. My Niners lost. I got no baseball. I got fucking no basketball. Like it's just nonstop loss. Big ass crying Jordan meme.
All of 2020 is fucking crying Jordan meme. Shit, for myself, I can't even. I guess. Shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't celebrate. I couldn't celebrate my birthday with my friends like in person because nobody can go out in public. But having like everybody able to join the party online was kind of cool. Shit, man. I really can't think of anything that's fucking like that. That's awesome that happened.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
January.
I really didn't misunderstand the question. You said the best thing?
Yeah, the best thing that happened to you in 2020.
SF Beer Week was like the best thing that happened this year.
Okay.
Yeah, every year it's been great. Other than that, like right after SF Beer Week happened, that's when like my shit show started, and my shit show started before the COVID-19 thing happened. Y'all know on the podcast like what happened to me. So yeah, other than SF Beer Week, everything else has been like pretty shitty. Like I'm happy that I'm still with K-Mac and we're still hanging in there, and dealing with a toddler going through these times is like difficult, but yeah, this year fucking sucks. Like I was supposed to see like my oldest daughter a couple of weeks ago for spring break, and that didn't happen, and she's like missing us, and my youngest daughter's grandmother they're like super close and like they're like hurting like every day, you know, from all this bullshit. And so like they actually got to reunite a couple weeks ago, but then my mother-in-law, she got sick. She doesn't have the coronavirus, but she got sick from something else, and so
Oh shit.
yeah, so it's gonna be another couple weeks before my youngest daughter can see her again. It's like another like heartbreak in the house because it's like you gotta stay at home. You know, I'm sorry, and it fucking sucks. And this whole year has been shitty. So hopefully it'll get better.
Yeah.
Actually, one good thing about 2020 for me is I got a fucking hot tub. That's probably the best thing that's happened.
There you
so far.
go.
Nice. Well,
Old Ninja, what you got? You were trying to get in here.
Yeah, I can't even think of anything that's been like standing out above shoulders best thing about 2020, except that I'm still alive and I'm at that age where I'm supposed to be either dead by heart disease or shot by police. So far
that's
that
25. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm supposed to be dead by heart disease or shot. So far, because of COVID, I've reduced myself from getting shot. So I guess that's kind of a positive.
Don't jog.
I guess so. I can't be jogging. If I do, I gotta go in groups. And take your white friends with you.
Jesus Christ. All right, let's wrap. That was everybody, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. All right, Stitch, you back with us. What you got popping this week other than sheltering in place?
I don't even know. Birthday's on Friday, so I don't even really have any plans except just sort of just chilling or whatever. Lilo asked what I wanted to do, if I wanted to get like takeout somewhere, and I'm like, I just enjoyed. I barbecued some ribs today and did a fillet, and that was this dude.
Do you want to do like a virtual drink thing? We can do it.
I'll probably end up doing something like that or whatever. Me and Blue will do the whole combined powers thing or whatever, and fucking fusion. Yeah, we get something going on. But it was fun to like be outside, even though like it was just pretty much me, Lilo, and Storm, just cooking because it kind of felt like a little bit normal. I could just like enjoy the weather. I really want when everything clears up to like do one of those charter fishing trips. That would be really cool to like actually do.
Oh, you want to go like deep sea fishing?
What's that?
Like deep sea fishing?
Well, I know Prodigy knows about it because we did it back way back in like the day for like when we were in the church or whatever. They brought us out in the bay, and literally it was just like fishing for dummies. You just drop your pole in the water and you just get like a shit ton of fish on it.
I'm down to do that. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so that's something that would be pretty cool. I had a friend that did it a couple weeks ago, but I don't feel comfortable doing it right now because with all the shelter-in-place stuff, and I don't want to come off as being like an asshole thinking that like I can do shit when everyone else is supposed to be sheltering in place. Other than that, also what's it called? Dead to Me drops on my birthday, so I plan on watching that with Lilo, and then I'll get it afterwards, but yeah, skip me right now, and I'll show you what something that I ordered off Amazon. That's pretty cool.
Blue, what you got?
Hey, my name is Powder now. Look how bright my fucking camera is.
That camera's not great, man.
Yeah, it's not great.
That's.
I mean, it's decent, but it's like super sensitive to light.
Well, just turn your lights off.
Well, no, like I had to turn them up a little bit. Like this is just having one light on.
Well, just turn the other light off too. See what happens.
I'll see what that looks like.
Yeah.
Actually, I got a button I can step on.
We can still see you.
It's like the light from like my computer monitor.
Honestly, it looks better than you all washed out.
Yeah. This weekend, not doing a lot. Just sheltering in place. Doing yard work, trying to clean up the yard. Shit, what else is there? Looking for a new job. That's one thing. So I'm playing. I had a phone screening today, so hopefully I'm might be a candidate for a position at Facebook.
Good.
So I'm hoping that falls through.
Yeah.
It definitely will pay more money than my previous role, which is always a plus. But you know, it's still up in the air. But
good luck.
Yeah, I can't remember. There's something else happening this week. I was hoping to do a Zoom happy hour sometime this weekend, but it's essentially Stitch's birthday, so maybe we can plan something around that.
Do it on Friday, yeah.
People on there.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely gonna be continue drinking. Actually, you know what? I haven't smoked weed in a while since. Well, actually, I smoked weed on 420. You have to, like it was law basically. But yeah, other than that, just chilling. You know, spending time with my wife, with her dogs, staying safe,
Hot tubbing it.
and hot tubbing it. Yes, for like today, it was crazy because like I was gonna get into the hot tub because like the temperature in it was like 83 degrees, which is like really good, like chill temperature since it was pretty hot today. So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. There's not too much happening.
Cronus, what you got?
What?
I got my little. I ended up getting one of these Lego architecture kits.
Oh shit, nice.
Yeah, so it's the city skyline of like San Francisco.
Nice.
It's only like 565 pieces, so it's sort of like intermediate level, I guess. It's no Death Star, but I got shit to do, so might as well build some shit with some Legos and put it up somewhere. So, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, actually, to add to my story, Chrono's been on here preaching about having a fucking sous vide fucking thing. So sous vide. Fuck, I forget. Anyways, I got one. I hope it'll be here tomorrow. But with Amazon, you don't know. You really can't tell. But I got one of those. But also got a grill, a cast iron grill pan that you can like sear things with on. Yeah. And you know, I plan on cooking a steak on Saturday.
Great.
Like,
great.
Cast iron skillet.
Yeah, it's like it's not a skillet, it's like a pan. Out there, let me show you what it looks like.
A skillet is a. Alright. Stitch with me, you know what I'm talking about.
Gotta let it go.
Yeah.
Gotta let it go.
Thinking about like a whole different thing. So we'll see if he pulls like the whole like long griddle thing, I'll forgive him. But it's a cast iron skillet. Is what it's called normally.
I was like, wait a minute.
It's all good.
All right, Kronos, what you got popping?
So my X5 died a couple of 2 weeks ago, and hold on, Blue's bringing it up. All right, let's see it's a griddle. That's a griddle. Okay.
So it's on the Amazon. It's listed as a cast iron pan.
It's a griddle.
That's a griddle, yeah.
But yeah, I just got this.
Nice.
Fuck, I'm gonna start searing steaks and this and that.
You should get a cast iron skillet though, like a legit cast iron skillet, like a Lloyd.
Those are legit.
Yeah, they never go bad. You're good to go.
Yeah, I saw some on Amazon. I was thinking about getting one, but it takes a lot of fucking work to season them.
No, it doesn't.
Nah.
Yeah, it takes literally you put some oil in that shit, some fucking salt, toss it in a goddamn oven, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Done.
Anyway, how am I doing? Thank you very much, Blue. Anyway,
You're welcome.
So my X5, that's the worst car I've ever owned in my entire life, by far. Even though it's fun to drive, but it was very unreliable. I'm getting rid of it, and I'm buying a secret car, and hopefully it'll come in next week. So if everything works out, I'll do a video about one of my secret dream cars that I've wanted to get forever. It's not like, when I say my secret dream car, it's not, I'm not getting a fucking GTR or a fucking Ferrari or a goddamn Lamborghini, alright? It's an SUV, but it's not it's not what you're thinking of. It's not a goddamn Porsche Cayenne Turbo or some shit like that. It's a car that I drove in 2009, and I drove the lesser version of this car, and I fell in love immediately because this SUV kept up with Blue's car. He drove a G35 at the time, and we were going around corners and shit, and this SUV was keeping up with him.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I was gonna get that same car, except it didn't have the space that I needed.
Yeah. No, that's what I thought. When I bought the X5, because I was like, what if I need 3 rows? You know what I mean? What if I need more space? And I've used the 3-row seating maybe twice since I've owned this car, and it's been so unreliable. And the cars, I pay for it to get shipped here to California, and hopefully everything will work out, and I'll get the car next week or in the next 2 weeks, and I'll be a very happy man when I get this car if everything works out. It's not the color combination that I wanted, but I don't give a shit. It's fucking powerful. It handles well, and it should be dope. And I hope to do a video about it because I've loved this car since like they released the newer body style, and now it's discontinued. So whatever. I'll get a nice warranty with it. Other than that, I got nothing other than that. I'm just looking forward to that fucking car.
Dope shit. Old Ninja, what you got?
So kind of like Stitch, but better. I'm gonna be smoking some ribs, doing probably a Freddy's recipe because we actually have a smoker. It literally came in yesterday. So we're probably gonna smoke up some ribs for like a few hours and then do the rubs, sauce it up. Gonna be gaming a whole lot. I'm gonna be starting Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and then everyone's been talking about Streets of Rage 4. It came out last week. It's $25. I might dip into it because you can do
Let me know how that is.
co-op. Yeah, you can do 2 people online, and you can do 4 people like couch play. So it seems like it's pretty interesting. I might try to get it early next week. We'll see what happens with that. Catching up on some of these shows, I guess. And I went back to work, so this will be my 2nd week back. So we're trying to figure out how we're interacting with the public and trying to stay safe doing and all that. Other than that, not a whole lot.
Don't skeet on anybody at work.
I do what I want. You can't tell me how to live my life.
Your boss can though.
God damn it.
Fuck you.
Yeah, they can.
And the jail and the cops.
I'm gonna jump in. I've heard excellent things about this Justice League Dark Apocalypse War.
Yeah, I think you that.
Yeah, DC dropped it. They usually do really animated stuff. So I was thinking about picking that one up and watching it with the kids. We're doing a Young Justice we watch right now, and my kids have been fucking loving that. So it's been really cool. Definitely gonna check out Rick and Morty. Get caught up on that, and I am on the final chapter with Arthur Morgan on Red Dead. So I've been loving my replay.
45 years late, but it's all good.
Huh?
I said you're like 45 years late, but it's all good.
Yeah, it took a while, man, because it didn't work for me initially, but I like this game a whole fucking lot.
Yeah, it
All right,
takes a little
Ninja,
bit.
take us out.
Hey, quick thing.
Alright.
What are your feelings? Happy birthday, Stitch.
Thank you.
Yeah. Happy birthday, your weak ass ribs. Anyway, you just experienced Black and the Black Times Infinity.
Infinity.
Check us out every Wednesday night live, 8:30 Pacific on YouTube. You can check us out on the interwebs with Be Them BTI. That's at Be Them BTI, BTHAN BTI. You can check us out Radio Republic, Spotify, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Player FM. You can check us out also at our official website, binheadproductions.com/BTI. Check us out also on Facebook, Instagram, and on Twitch. And then on Amazon, we have an app on there that lets you know when we go live. Download that. Check it out.
Ski.
I'd rather have the coronavirus than play Mass Effect.
Oh!
Jesus Christ.
Disrespectful ass
The
bastard.
hate is so strong with this
I hope you choke on a rib bone.
All right, we're out this bitch. Peace.
Peace.